Hello and welcome to unMadeGaming, and as you can see, our cameras are all manner of wonky. So, until I fix those, we'll do some introductions here real quick, and then we'll get into this sweet gameplay. So, Mr. Bitters, you're here. Tell us about yourself.
I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here a lot. I'm usually here.
Yeah.
And
in that one spot.
yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes you get two of me, like half in one window and half in another, and those are great days.
That's true, because the world needs more Bitters.
Yeah. I'm here tonight. I'm a mod and stuff, and tonight I'm playing Ulf Lang, the not necromancer.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not.
Who has one friend, and that's good enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, technically you have like two friends, because you have the two skulls and the one little guy, so that's looking like three friends now.
I need only one of them talks to me.
Okay, that's fair. What about Stan? Is Stan your friend?
Stan's the best friend you could ever have.
Well, that's two friends. You got Stan and Quek. So, I mean, you need to get your story straight.
All right, I'm moving on up. It's hard to keep track. I got such a social life. I'm not used to these things.
It's hard when you get more than one friend. It's a tough life,
right? I got to start breaking out fingers.
Yeah, it's real tough. Madfish, you've been here quite a bit. You're here Saturday. You're here today. You're here Thursday. Hot damn, lady! When do you find time to do other stuff?
I kind of don't.
Okay, that's fair. Good. So what else do you do besides stream here with us?
I do some DMing and writing over on the Penrith server.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Etsy store. I make some stuff. I do some art.
Sweet. And last but not least, Michael. Or, I'm sorry, the anonymous Randall.
The anonymous Randall, yes.
Yeah. Who are you? What are you doing here? And why should anyone care?
I do unknown Randalls.
What does that mean? Could you clarify?
Open-ended.
I bet they are. I bet they are.
Yep.
So, Mike, tell us about the Lost Mine of Phandelver and how open-ended it is.
The Lost Mine of Phandelver has been lost for a long time because they never built it.
Yeah, yep.
The one that is delved into, Phandelver,
yeah,
it's been lost for a while.
Okay. Cool.
That's the history of it. Yeah.
That's the intro to the game.
So a quick synopsis is you guys met a dwarf in the city of Neverwinter, I believe.
Sure.
You guys were going to a pioneer town. Once was a good town, then it became an okay town, then it became no town. Now it's just okay again. But pretty much, you guys are looking to find the Lost Mines of Phandelver, and you think you're pretty close. You guys know that your buddy, your patron, old Gundy,
mm-hmm.
is at a place known as Cragmaw Castle.
Yep.
So you guys have already dispatched the bandits that had a thrall in this town. You went ahead and you went a couple towns over and took care of, a ghostly ghost.
That's true.
You guys took care of a smaller outpost of goblins speaking gobbledygook and bards with green face. I'm trying to think what else did you guys do. That's pretty much it, right?
We routed one Glassstaff.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. We met an adventurer. One of us became a harper.
That's true. One of you did become a harper at the end of last session.
We deposed the mayor, or the town master, because he was a baby back bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Yep.
what else did we do. I think that was it.
Yeah, I think we're pretty well caught up. I think you guys are about to hit like the bigger events now. Like you guys did some good stuff for the town. Right now, the current bounty, if you will, is to go and clear this Cragmaw Castle. I don't know if you guys did much searching on the history of it. You just know a rough, maybe 10-mile radius of where it is.
Is that what we're doing?
You said last.
I thought we were going to where the camp was. Oh no, we went to the camp. We went to the dwarven camp.
Yep.
We found their skeleton bones.
Bodies.
Yep. And then there was something about a necromancer in the woods.
Yes.
So there was something about a necromancer, a family of necromancers with a necromancer baby in the woods, and then there was actually something about undead to the west, to the west.
To the west.
To the west.
Yeah. So you went and talked to a retired adventurer
Endover, Edermath. Nailed it.
Adermath,
Yep.
or Darren, if it's easier to say Darren.
Yeah.
Former adventurer, he took you to a rough area where he assumed the dwarves were. Turns out you found some dead dwarves. And then along the way, you guys were bullshitting because he's a former adventurer, and he still has some old friends out and about. And one of them happened to tell him while they were in town of this place called Old Owl Well that is overrun with undead.
Yes. I think that's where we're going because Ulf got a boner. No?
He sure got a boner, however.
We discussed it, but I think we decided the more pressing and
That's
lucrative.
probably true. That sounds
Yes.
right. That sounds like an argument Sylvie would make.
So where you guys ended the last session, as far as my notes say, is you guys were in the Townmaster's Hall. You went in, you brought the two dwarven bodies there for being... They're just dead bodies. They shouldn't be out in the field. Go ahead and have them sent to whatever dwarven hold they're from.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys got your reward for routing the bandits. That was 200 gold total.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you guys added that part or not. That's
Yeah, I think it was-
that's 65 gold per player if you're doing 3 players.
I think it was 200 gold apiece.
And yeah, no, that's when he kind of there's a map up there. He kind of pulled the tack out of the one and gave you guys the Cragmore Castle job.
Yeah, that's right. I remember all the things you're saying. Good refresher, Mike. You're the best
Thanks.
around.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man. Cool.
Yeah, so yeah, no, it's at you guys. We pretty much stopped right there when you got your dick hard for going on an adventure.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't decide where we're actually going, right? We just decided to go on an adventure. Like we didn't set off.
I believe the last words said were "ready the horses."
That's something that I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
a
fairly
little more dramatic than that, but
Yeah, at a minimum, more dramatic than that. So we're off to find the necromancers in the woods. Is what I am getting out of all this. Is that?
I believe with promises of land being given, we were headed.
That's at the conclusion of the Cragmaw job.
Yeah. I can't even remember at this point if there actually are necromancers in the wood.
There
Or
are.
there's something about that, and then Tiberius just ran with it.
There are 100% necromancers in the woods.
I can't even remember reality anymore.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Reality.
That means that I am the most convincing player around. It's bad when the other players are like, no, yeah, the necromancers in the woods that
Because you wouldn't shut up about it.
there are.
Well, you
I mean-
just say like you repeatedly insisted.
So if we end this campaign with no one knowing a PC's correct name, because so far we're at a great start, and no one knows whether or not that these quests that I made up are made up or not, fucking great.
I'm just saying, there's random roll tables, and Necromancer has been added.
So the thing is, so here was the woods, right? This town happened to have a ghost in it, and this town over here happened to be overrun by undead. And so I was like, whoop, triangulate necromancers in the woods. And I just ran with it.
In typical Tiberius fashion, you triangulated with 2 points.
2 points. But then, Mike, you added the third point over here, which was undead, which made even more. It's a triangle. It's a triangle. The well has undead.
What's the other place with undead?
The ghost, Thunder Tree, and the well.
Thunder. Okay, they're not. Okay, sure. That triangle, sure.
Yeah, Thunder Tree got overrun by. That's what you said. It got overrun by undead.
Yeah, no, but that's a big triangle.
Yeah. Well, the center of it, Mike, it's an obtuse triangle. Relax, bro. Come at me. And when you come at me, Mike, you can come at me with Mr. Fister. Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard.
You know what?
God.
Hold on. Let's do that. That's a triangle. There could be.
It's a triangle, Mike.
Uh-huh.
It's a goddamn triangle.
like the
Tree to
Illuminati.
Conneberry to Old Owl Well. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a good 100-mile square right there.
it's a good 100-mile triangle, Mike.
Illuminati.
Mike, undead in the forest, Mike. Oh man.
Clearly, there's an necromancer.
Yeah, Mike, what I need you to do is next time we play, I need you to make the triangle, like draw the triangle on the map, and I'll use that as a Twitter picture. Oh man.
You have to add like all the notations.
I'll put sticky notes at different angles.
Here be necromancers.
So while I fix these cameras and while Mike switches different maps, guys, you'll notice in the bottom left and bottom right-hand corner of your screen, we have several goals there. One of them is very incorrect. We have several goals there, and as soon as we hit those goals, everyone on stream will get an advantage for some role to use in this game. And to answer your question, Mr. Pfister, you can get more souls by following, which you have so nicely done. You can also get them by donating. Every time you donate, you get that number of souls times 100. And by subscribing, if you subscribe, !sub in the chat there, you'll get extra souls in chat, you'll get extra souls every month, and you will get exclusive access to our Discord, our sub-only Discord, our sub-only chat rooms, as well as free crits and botches to give out every month, and free advantage disadvantage to give out every month. As well as just sticking around in the channel. You'll get souls slowly over time, as any good necromantic minion would get. Did that say cancer? Oh, I can only see the corner of that. Let me see. Let me fix this.
There you go. There you go, Mike. There's a goddamn triangle.
Mike, there's no way there aren't necromancers in those woods.
Necromancer babies, Mike. Get it right.
Yeah. Well, there's only one confirmed baby. Yeah.
Mike. Confirmed, right?
Yeah.
One set of tiny little footprints.
Mike, I'm just saying, like, in the triangulation of this triangle here, the vast majority of it's in the forest. So, I mean, like,
Yeah.
75% of it is in the forest.
Sure.
And if you don't agree with me, I know that Mally C05, arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard, will totally agree with me, because they're a champion.
Yeah, that's like a 40-mile swath across.
Of undead. Of treacherous undead.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so if I don't see a necromancer, I don't, I quit. Alright, let me fix these cameras, because they're jacked up. While you,
they're still not fixed. Oh, because we switched.
We switched overlays. And I'm the worst.
Okay, so while he does that, what do you two, like, what's the consensus? Where are you guys going?
I mean, it's nice to have land, so
It is.
Yeah.
I think we should like do whatever's easiest.
That sounds pretty, it's pretty Sylvie also.
Yeah. So you guys do know that, you know, your search area
Enjoy your stay.
is like, oh, balls. It's balls, guys.
it's a little house.
Do we know Harate, arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. I don't know if that's how you say your name, but if it's not, it is now.
That's the necromancer.
The necromancer is Harate with far more R's than necessary. If he doesn't have a Spanish accent, Mike, I'll be sad. So we know that that's our search area, huh?
That's your search area, and each hex, I believe, is 5 miles across. It says that at the top.
Yep. Hey guys, remember that time where I had a fourth player who was a ranger?
No?
That would be great to have us. It'd be super easy to find this castle. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
And you know that somewhere over here is, oops, it's the wrong spot. Why can't I do things right, Mike?
Because you're the worst. What's over there?
I can't even delete that motherfucker.
It's alright, no one can see it, Mike, because no one cares what the things you do.
Oh, there it is. I got it. No, you dick cunt.
Well then.
I can only resize it to get it to where I want it to be.
Well, that's a ginormous big square, Mike.
Oh, come on. I'm hitting everything else but this thing.
You're the worst.
Alright.
No, roll 20 is like so finicky, and you have to like zoom all the way in to see if you can click
So I believe Tiberius stormed out of the house in wispy cape fashion,
Sure.
and he said, "Ready the horses!" And he has gone to ready the horses.
Yes, but where are you readying the horses to go?
I think he just went off on his own to ready the horses. I don't think anyone's caught up to him yet. So I think wherever someone decides where the hell we're going,
Okay.
we can totally go there.
I mean, that's totally up to you guys. You guys gotta decipher that one.
Yeah, like,
You have several places to go.
what's the, like, fastest?
Well, it appears as though we don't know where either of these locations are.
What about the well? Do we know where the well is?
It's to the
That's-
west.
That's what the orange square is. That's your rough area of where the well is.
Okay.
I've heard tell it was to the west. That's what I believe Edomath said.
You do probably recall that he said there's a trail that follows along the mountains that should lead there.
I recall that he said there was a trail that followed along the mountains that would lead us to the well.
You sound a little bit goblin-y, like you don't sound like.
I didn't say Dakabaka, Dakabaka, Babak, Dakabak at all, so I don't want to hear your sass mouth.
Like I am hitting up grades. Just
So far, C minus. Somebody asked me if I was playing Tiberius Stormwind?
Tiberius Stormborn or Stormwind.
Whatever, and I was
From
yeah.
Critical Role.
they were like, on the 12-hour stream, they were like, "Are you playing Tiberius Stormwind?" And I was like, "I don't know who that is." And they're like, "Oh."
Yeah, he's the Dragonborn sorcerer from Critical Role. He left the show like a year ago.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, your voice and mannerisms sound like him," and I was like, "Oh."
No,
I was like, okay.
That's
I was
You
like,
just
"Okay,
out.
sure."
like he is. Yeah.
I was like, "All right, cool."
Anyway, you guys, there's nothing I can tell you. This is all up to you.
I kind of think the well might be easier to find. But,
Mm.
whatever.
You know me, I'm always up for making some new friends with some dead guys.
The only thing that appears to have caught my attention is that our patron, Gunderson, he has been unable to pay us since his capture. If we cannot rescue him, we don't get any payment.
Right. We should, like, go get him.
Because, well, he is at the Cragmore Castle.
Well, we should, like, go there.
Well, then, that is not the well. It's
Okay.
quite a quandary we have here. But, however, the castle is by route vis-a-vis east by west, on its way to the west of the well.
Yeah, whatever. We should just, like, go look for the castle and, like, get it over with.
We could do the castle, but you guys will have to look. I'm pretty sure I got more reading to do. I never finished those books.
You have to, like, come with us.
Oh yeah, I'll ride the wagon or something, right?
Oh, yes, but of course. Why wouldn't you ride the wagon? Now then, should we set off into the wood?
Yeah.
Now, I will remind you again, once we get off the road, be on your wariest guard, because these woods crawl with necromancers. As told to us by Mr. Ulf Lang here, the baby necromancers.
I saw it.
The most terrifying of necromancers, if I do say so myself.
That's if Poppy hasn't killed them all yet.
That is true. Be on the lookout for a tiny, barbaric gnome as well. A feral
Well, like,
gnome.
ball of, like, death? Yeah.
Yes, a tiny death ball.
I miss Poppy.
Oh, I miss the stage. But as an adventurer, the whole world is a stage. And I love a parade. Yeah, so I think we set out onto the road, Mike.
Sure. Give me a second.
Give you a second, jeez.
Oh boy! So you guys have a fairly uneventful journey through the day. You guys, let's see. You can go about 24 miles. So that's one. So you guys can get to about here-ish.
They're what,
If you
4 miles
wish.
apiece?
5 miles. So it's 5, 10.
So 1, 2,
That's
3.
about 25-ish right there, Miles. Or depending on where you want to go.
Yeah, well, we know it's in the woods, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess the most direct path into the woods would make the most sense.
Sure, you just know that there's some trails to the north.
Oh, do we?
That's where you guys went with Poppy, right?
No, we went to trails this way into here, into the hills.
Mm-mm. You went down. Did you guys go? No, you guys went into the woods itself.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys get to about the edge of the woods, and if you so wish, whoever's leading the party, give me a survival check to find a good enough place to camp out.
Is Tiberius leading the party?
I have no bonuses to my survival, so
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
None of you guys should.
I'll give it a shot. I got a +3 to survival. Bam!
14. That's a decent enough roll. You find a decent enough place. It's not right at the edge of the woods. You find like a nice little grassy knoll to rest upon.
Is the shooter there?
Maybe.
No, nothing. Oh.
So, go ahead and start. What are you guys doing? You guys making camp? Are you doing anything special? Have anything you want to prepare?
Yeah, that's the end of our journey, right? We can't travel anymore.
Yeah. You've reached your limit for being able to travel further in.
okay.
You guys could do preparations for tomorrow. You guys could tell tales.
Now, Mike, how big is our wagon that we keep dragging around?
It's a shopping cart, Mike.
I'm sitting in it reading a book.
It's just like with his feet squished together like a little kid. Oh, how big is it really? Wagon sized? Would you say?
It's wagon size. It's an open wagon. Yeah.
It's a wagon-sized shopping cart.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So I think the first thing that Tiberius does is he hops from the front to the back and lays out his bedroll next to Ulf in the back of the wagon, and then goes to setting up a fire. That's pretty much all he does.
Okay.
That's all he's good for, is laying down and setting up a fire.
Okay.
I will inspect, look around the area, see if it's safe. If there's any.
Are you looking for predators? Is that what you're looking for?
Sure.
Okay. That would be a perception, or if you're looking for like tracks, I'd say survival.
I have no bonuses in either, so let's go.
Oh, man, if only you had advantage, right?
Wow.
With an 8, everything's clear. You find some droppings, but they look like they're several days old.
Ew.
Yum.
You're pretty sure they're baby necromancer turds.
They just drop them wherever they lie. So
Yeah.
be careful.
That's like grody.
So, Ulf,
Yes.
what book are you reading? You have a couple books to read.
He's pretending to read. He's really just doesn't want to take any responsibility.
Okay, so you're not actually trying to understand these books, trying to figure out what the hell is going on with them.
He's gone through them, but is so terribly bored by dwarven writing now that he just doesn't care.
Okay, fair enough. I don't blame him. Then what's your guys' watch order? Who's going what times to what times?
I thought we had a set thing.
That's up to you if you don't want to go with that again.
I think what was Tiberius went first and then I went last.
Yeah, because neither one of us can see. Yeah.
I didn't write it down, so.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Okay, so it's who's going first? Tiberius?
Tiberius, Ulf, and then
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
So that's your watch order. So pretty much each of you in order. So Tiberius, give me a d20.
I don't want to.
No, that's too damn bad.
Oh. Oops, just the first one.
Just one. God damn.
Just the first one. Sorry, buddy.
Ulf, go ahead and give me a d20. One d20. Please listen to instructions. Okay. Sylvia, one d20.
I did good.
And then I get to make a d20. Okay. So you guys, your night will pass rather uneventfully. At one point, you do hear wolf's howl, I should say, and then a little bit later on, you do hear another one. And they're not coming from the forest; they're actually coming from the hills a little bit. And that's about all you really see. You just hear some distant sounds of what you would expect in the wilderness. So it's bright early morning. I assume you guys are going to get up early. Got a big day of searching a rather large area. How do you guys want to go about this? Do you guys have any strategy whatsoever?
Now, the real question is,
Strategy.
have we had any strategy whatsoever up to now? So, what would make you think we had one now? Is the real concern?
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, so that still begs the question: what the fuck are you gonna do next?
Tiberius, have you ever played a hunter or a gatherer or some sort of primitive wild man in your plays?
Well, of course I have played a high elven ranger of the Sylvan corps, and I have played quite well. I just put tips on my ears, no offense to you and your kind, but I have played an elf in my day. What applicable skills do you need to borrow from my acting days?
Well, we're in the middle of the woods and we don't know where we're going, so if you could find Cragmaw Castle, that'd be pretty great.
Let me get into character.
Okay, I have a piece of a map or something.
Great! That will do well. Let me
Not
see.
The whole thing. It's just part of it.
Okay, well, I can use part of it. Ulf, I need you to paint me a picture with your words of the scene in which we are in, and I will get into character. I am an elf. I am a warrior of the wood. And he is currently getting in character.
Well, there's a tree over there.
The tree, I am one with the forest.
There's another tree over there.
2 trees.
That tree's bigger than the other one.
Bigger trees, deep forest. Find the castle. Done! I am in scene. I look like an elf, do I not? And he stands very jauntily.
You totally do.
Yes. Well then, what do we do with this wagon?
I have in my inventory map pieces, outdated map of this region. I think I picked them up when I picked up the books from that.
You sure did.
That's cool.
I'm just. Do I see? Is there anything on the map?
Give me a 1d3.
Okay.
3. So this one happens to be the northeastern corner of the map.
Okay.
So you really are, if you're to look at our current map,
Okay.
it cuts off right around here,
Okay.
here, and here. So it's really this whole region up there to the northeast. So you have the top northeast half, 1/3, I should say.
Well, that's my notes.
So I looked at my inventory and I have a current map of the local area.
Sure.
What does that tell us?
It looks like this.
It looks just like this.
It looks practically like this.
Practically just like this. God damn it. Okay. That's
Except
all.
the necromancer babies is in your handwriting.
Yeah.
Yes.
The triangulation is written in
Crayon.
Yes. Yes, that's true. Did I give you the Dwarven Alchemy book, Ulf?
You gave him that, yep.
Okay, cool. I'll delete that off my sheet. Yeah, he's just gonna make a blind survival check to look around. Basically, what he's gonna look for is an inclination in elevation. If he was gonna build a castle, you'd build it on high ground. That's the only thing he's got going for him. So he's gonna look for where the ground goes up.
Sure. You're gonna give me a perception roll for that.
Okay. That's way better than what I was gonna give you. So cool. 23.
23. You just know that by the looks in general. Here, let me get a different tool. This way seems to be going up a little bit.
Yeah, so he's gonna head. So we're gonna head to this dude.
Okay.
Oh, that's square.
Can I, well, he's pointed us in that direction, look for a path?
Yes, you can. Give me a survival. 16, you find several paths, but they all kind of run in a similar pattern, going towards a more central location in that direction, in the northeast direction.
Okay.
So you found several. You found one bigger one, I'll say, with the
Let's
16.
we should, take this one so we can, see where we're going and stuff.
While they're doing this, Ulf is kind of just spaced out in the back of the wagon, and a perceptive person may notice that there's only one skull tied to his staff, while Queck is invisible, flying up above, trying to scout out. Ulf's, looking through his eyes.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check then.
Guess I'll do that from Queck.
Right, it would have to be through your
Flat
pet.
wisdom for him, I guess.
7. There's leaves, trees, squirrels, nothing dead that you can see.
That's really what he's looking for.
Yeah. There's no one dead around here. There's no baby necromancers or necromancer babes
Yet.
Which, I mean, a necromancer babe would be pretty cool, also.
Yep.
So,
You dark lady.
you have a hot little necromancer babe. That's why there's
Isn't that
necromancer
like-
babies.
Isn't that
Yeah.
like every heavy metal magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is.
So you guys move into this next 5-mile hex.
Mhm.
You guys can give me another round of perceptions or survivals, depending on what you're looking. You're on a pretty decent path, but it doesn't seem to be going uphill, from what you can tell.
What? Are we able to take the wagon into the woods?
So far, you've been able to, but you are slow. It is
Okay.
slow going.
Okay.
But the path is wide enough, and no fallen trees or any of that business. So far, you've been pretty lucky with the wagon. A 14.
That's with Quack flying overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just you that's doing that?
I think everyone rolled a perception just now.
Oh, did they? Yes, you did. Sorry, I didn't see that because fishies. So 10, 11, and 14. The 10, 11 are, you don't notice anything new. You definitely are doing well on the path you are. Along the way, you might find, dead carcasses of animals, clearly hunted by something vicious. You find one boar and one deer along the way in this little area. A 14, though, you notice that the path meets up with a slightly larger path up ahead. A good, how high are you flying? Are you talking...
He's probably trying to break the tree line and
Breaking the tree line? Okay, yeah. You can tell within, the next mile or so, you guys are probably going to hook up with a bigger path, and with a 14, you think you see something off to the northeast. Something gray. Which would indicate possibly a Cassell.
Northeast, he says in a very monotone voice.
Sure. Okay. What do you guys do? Do you guys go... Which tile do you think you would go to now?
He says northeast. Tiberius is going to roll survival. Just trying to figure out what northeast is, Mike.
Yes.
There, I think.
Do
I know where north is on a 15?
Yes, with a 15, yeah. You know where north is. North is north.
Okay.
Yep.
So we move to that one.
Yep, all right. So as you move into this next tile, this imaginary border, excuse me, what's your passive perceptions, guys?
14.
14,
I want to say
10.
11.
10, and 11.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So one thing Queck was not able to see was the need for you guys to roll me dexterity checks. However, not for Ulf, because you're in the bed of the wagon. So who's not in the wagon? Is anybody walking? Anybody riding a horse up front? Anything like that?
I guess I'm piloting the wagon, I guess.
Okay.
So
I would either be on one of the horses or, I mean,
Or riding co-pilot.
I'd probably be sitting next to Tiberius for a while. But
Okay.
then at some point, I wouldn't be able to take it anymore, and I would have to go and sit on one of the horses.
Are there stats for horses, guys?
there are stats for horses. It's in the back of the player's handbook
Yep, for under the the companions or whatever.
under random extra animals.
Yep.
Or you could just go to the compendium that's on the internet right there next to you, and type in
There's actually no horses in here.
horse. Just type in horse.
There's no horses in this book, Michael.
Yeah, in the SRD.
There's no other sources, guys. The internet
Right.
doesn't exist.
The tiny
Right.
dragons, Mike.
Was it under riding horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, draft horse.
There's draft horse.
Okay, just trying to get some basic stats here. Oh, they're not good. All right.
No, stolen draft horses are not great. So you wanted a dexterity check, Mike? Is that what you said?
No. Because you guys are not out front, the horses have to make the dexterity checks as they cross this threshold of a thin line that none of you guys could perceive, not even the horses. And a spike trap comes flinging from the trees that you're going between, and it's going to try to impale the horses, in which it does both. Let me roll some damage here. I already closed what a horse was, but it's enough to kill a horse. All right, guys. Yeah, no, that's
I
No.
thought horses had super high dexterity.
Nope, it's 10.
Oh,
Draft horses are not dexterous.
Well-
That's why they're draft horses.
you know,
They're
Mike.
strong. So as this happens, the horses in the face receive deathly blows of these what look to be improvised traps.
Well,
So
that's
you-
what we have horses for. Turns out, guys, that's what we have horses for. So yeah, what does it just spring up from the ground? Is it like a swing?
No. It's not a swingy. It's a tension trap. So here's the tree. Here's the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's swinging around like this. Like it was tied up like this, and when you trip it, it swings like a door.
Okay.
And that's the path, but with spikes.
Okay, like a spike door, if you will.
Yes, spike door.
Yeah, which is totally a thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So do the horses just die in agony? What's the?
It's pretty quick because it hits him in the head. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like it's straight to the face. And it turns out you can't scream if your head is bashed in.
Yeah, I mean, like I can heal horses. Like I have the spell heal horse.
Yeah.
Like
You can certainly try. However, I don't know if magic reconstructs brain matter.
okay, well that's my question. That's my because it reconstructs the rest of player matter. Or character matter, so I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. If it
There's a
reconstructed-
difference between players, NPCs, and certainly beasts.
Yeah. Yeah, what happens to the cart? How does the cart
The
like?
cart, the horses pretty much just get impaled and stuck in the door. Maybe they kind of like their hind ends go down a little bit, but I don't see any reason why the wagon wouldn't be intact. It's just attached to
So Tiberius is riding on like the front of the wagon and sees this thing swing forward, and like the horses rear up and then just get impaled. And I think he like tumbles back into the back with Ulf, and he's like, "What is this madness? There was a trap. Did you see this? Oh, but that's it. The horses. They are quite impaled. This is terrible. We are on foot from here. It appears.
It's like problem.
We are down a wagon.
Yeah, and if we leave it here, it'll get stolen, and then if there's somebody who left a trap, then there's like somebody here. And we set off the traps, so we'll know. They know that we're here.
What? But how would they? Are they watching us?" And then he'll look around to see if anyone's watching to see if the trap gets set off.
Yeah, perception. No, you guys are just so shaken by this really graphic and unfortunate event. It was really sudden and it was really gory, and you might even have some red mist hitting you from that. I would say, from what you could tell, nobody was around. This was kind of a deterrent, and if it wasn't a deterrent, it was a catcher. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Tiberius looks around and he says, "I don't believe they are here watching it, but we should be forever wary nonetheless. I would say that it appears as though we should proceed with caution. Could be more traps around.
I think it's at this point Ulf kind of like wakes up and looks around. Oh, what'd you do to the horses?
I didn't do that.
Is Poppy here? This looks like something Poppy would do.
It was like a trap.
That was probably a trap Poppy set up for necromancers.
I don't think it was like her.
Do you guys inspect the trap at all?
I will, yes.
Okay.
Which, can I use my thieves tools to look at it, or what should I use?
So, let's say you have advantage. Are you a trapper? Like, when it comes to being a rogue, do you really set traps? Or
No, she's
Okay.
a burglar.
burglar, though, you should be used to finding traps.
Yeah.
Or, like, when you're, like, manipulating something, being careful. I'll give you advantage, but it would be an investigation roll.
Investigation, okay.
Yeah. So 15. This is definitely like a goblinese style trap.
Okay.
You can tell by the crudeness. You've probably seen it before. In fact, it might look like something you encountered at the Cragmaw hideout that maybe didn't deploy, but you can tell it's the same style.
This is like probably goblins, and so they like took Gundy and like they're probably over there or something.
Right, northeast. Northeast, I saw a thing. It was...
But yeah, so they'll just be like goblins that we have to like look for or something.
We can take goblins.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have taken them before. We could take them again.
I guess.
It was the bugbear that were quite a challenge. We don't have a Poppy to run into the room and fight them all by herself. This time.
True.
Yes, it is quite unfortunate that she has chosen now to fight necromancers. But, alas, we have to proceed to this. You said it was to the east by east-west, yes?
If that's what you're saying, then yes, northeast.
Then, okay, good. And we'll proceed on foot.
Sure, it's really you're just on the path. So what's the marching order? Who's going to go first? And who are you? I'm assuming you guys are checking for tracks along the way.
Well, Tiberius is a elf ranger now, so...
So he's going in the front.
Yeah, yeah.
Mulch always last.
He's in character as an elf
Okay.
ranger.
What's his name? What's your character name?
Tiberius Caldwell.
That's a very odd name for an elven ranger.
How do you know?
I think I know this one.
He's not playing anyone. He's just in the headspace of an elf ranger.
But how do you make something alive, Michael? You give it a
Like,
name.
what is dead may never die, okay? And so he continues on the path.
That's just some bullshit line George R. R. Martin came up with to sound fucking provocative.
What does it mean? Nobody knows. So, yeah, he's going to try... Is there, like, an actual, like, footpath that we're on? Is that what
Yeah, you guys are on a legitimate path the
Okay.
whole time.
So,
It's
yeah.
just, you are just now getting to the point where it combined into a larger road, and then this happened.
Okay.
Keep looking for traps on the way, so
Sure. Yep, investigation for... Well, you can use perception to spot the trap, but that's also good.
my investigation is better.
Yeah, we'll just go with that for now. You spot a couple other traps along the way. We'll kind of skip over them. However, the elf doesn't know what traps are because he doesn't have a name, so he doesn't have an identity, and so he doesn't really exist anymore. So Sylvie, you would happen to catch him before he trips yet another wire, and you can see it's that scene from Return of the Jedi where it's the tunk with the trees and ATST, that thing, and the Ewoks. It's that kind of trap, but for Elven Rangers. And the next one is another pitfall trap, and after a while, go ahead and give me a perception, everybody. Who's looking, at least. I don't know if natural 20. All right, perfect. So, with your elven eyes,
Yeah.
you're just there going
Yeah. I've actually gone into my disguise kit and I've gotten actor's tape, and I have pinned my ears up. I've already talked to Ulf. It's been cleared. It's not racist. I'm in character, and I've made my eyes more almond shaped, and I'm in full elf mode. I've also put a blonde wig on.
Mm.
Yeah.
They put some leaves in your hair.
Yeah, I had Sylvie weave them into my hair.
So what's happening is like the wind kind of rustles the leaves and it catches you off guard, but you happen to like part them just in time to see.
I turn to the wind and let it blow my hair, like a Vidal Sassoon commercial. Pantene for
Sure. That's how that started.
Yeah.
But at any rate, you kind of like finally clear, and you happen to see while you cleared it and did the like, little shaky shake. When you look up and in a certain direction, you see a crumbled spire of what looks to be a stone fortification, and it's about maybe a mile off.
As the leaves flutter in his hair, he turns back and he says, "It appears as though we have made our destination. It is there, yonder, upon the ridge." And he points towards the stone
And
spire.
Ulf, you see it as soon as he starts like moving his hand in that direction. You can catch it. Same thing. It's about maybe a mile off. You see the crumbling spire.
Despite all his protestations, Tiberius was getting in character about how racist it actually was. He's starting to wonder if maybe there's something to this getting in character. Hey, there it is. You were right.
Well, so yes, well, of course, I am portraying an elven ranger, and I should expect to be good at my job, as you are good at yours with your friends.
Right.
Sparkle.
Yeah, I think Tiberius always, like, every time he turns around, it's like,
Yeah. He can't turn off the charm, guys.
So there were a lot of goblins and stuff in that cave, right? And that was just a crappy little cave. But this is a castle. So we should probably be careful and quiet, Tiberius.
Well, yes, but of course. Why would we not be quiet?
Because your whisper is not a whisper. But Sylvie's really good at quiet. So maybe she could check things out?
He looks to you and he says,
My whisper is quite a whisper. I don't know what you're speaking about.
You're,
Quite quiet at all times.
this is part of the character, isn't it?
he says, well, yes, of course, why would it not be? But he says it in completely fluent, perfect Elvish. That you've never heard him speak before, as if it was like, whichever one of your parents was speaking to you. He says, we should proceed. And he pulls out a crossbow.
With caution.
yeah.
Ulf totally just joined the Tiberius Caldwell fan club.
Like, out of nowhere, fully in.
I think Sylvie would be blown away
Yeah.
by his ability to actually because she just figured he wasn't physically capable of doing
Yeah.
that. Like there was something wrong with
Well,
his-
he's in character now. This is a scene.
Yeah.
This is you and I are now his scene partners. He is a tactician and an elven ranger. Like it's been, yeah. Now, Mike. Now I have to Google elven ranger names just so that he can start
Yep.
calling himself a different name
Like every time you reference yourself, you should come up with a different
with
name.
a different name.
I think Mr. Fister gave you one.
I chose not to use that one because I don't like that character.
Oh, Fritz.
Yeah, I don't like Dritz Do'Urden as a character,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna do it. Dirt.
Okay, so how do you guys approach? You guys know this castle is about, a mile off, and you're pretty fucking certain that this is where all the goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears are coming from in the area. So this place is supposed to be super well fortified. You guys discussed that Sylvie's going to go first, but how exactly, like how close do you guys get, and which direction are you going to come from? That kind of stuff. That's stuff I want to know.
So what can we see this whole map? Is that what I'm?
Not yet.
Okay.
I just brought us here.
Well, are we here? Like, where is this? What we can see this side? purple
So
thing?
yes. So if we come from the direction you guys came from the southwest, so technically you're coming from this general direction. This is the path that you were following.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
So, is this like crumbled stuff here? Is that something we could theoretically climb over, or is that piled
Yes.
high? Or is
It's piled really high, but with with any natural 20, you can do anything you want. But you can imagine that it's climbable. It's going to be difficult, but you can climb. That crumbling does go up like a story or 2 stories.
Yeah.
It's a really rough climb.
But I have faster climb.
I was gonna say you have what advantage or you can climb faster. No, faster climb. You can climb faster, huh?
Yeah, climbing doesn't cost you extra movement.
Okay.
So, but there's also stairs. Maybe I will, because I mean, if I climb that thing
So-
and I fall, that's going to make a lot of
Sure.
noise.
Sure. I'll paint the picture a little bit for you here. I realized I didn't even do that. I keep relying on my damn maps. So you guys approach this castle, if you want to call it that. It's kind of small. However, it is a fortification, so it accomplishes what its primary goal was. Let me just get over to it. The exterior walls, you could definitely tell that they're they're super thick. You could just tell by where it's broken. They're like 5 feet thick. You can see the arrow slits around every tower. I believe there are 7 towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see 7 towers. 2 of them are like half destroyed. One of them's like a little destroyed. One of them's just completely gone. You can just see the jagged tops of it, or what is now the top. But you do notice, without any particular detail beyond the existence, there are these arrow shafts, like this. And you see, you don't see like some of them. You just see the ones that are pronounced on the towers. Anything other than that, it's a little bit harder to see. They're a little bit lower. But it's an older castle, stone, gray stone. It's a pretty nondescript, ancient castle. Like you can tell, it's been a couple hundred years since this thing was last seeing its glory days.
Okay, from what I'm seeing, I kind of think like this door over here on the middle right or left, it's broken. Right.
Which one can you ping for me? That one. I mean, are you guys going to go around the castle?
I think I'd like to walk around the castle. I'll sneak around the castle and then look at stuff. Just
okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth. It's bright daylight. Keep in mind. 17 is perfect. All right. What's up?
I think Quack was going to be casually sent along with her, all invisible like.
What's the range on that? How far can they fly? Like how far is your link?
That's a pretty good question. It's on his sheet. It's in a mile.
Oh, a mile? Okay, yeah, no, you're definitely covered. Okay, perfect. Your 17 certainly surpasses it. I'm not even going to make you roll stealth for that. Because are you sending just the companion, the spectral companion, or are you doing the whole skull thing?
Well, the skull, but he's invisible.
Okay.
He kind of just hangs out in the skull.
Okay. Now, that's what I mean. Like, on this excursion, is he in the skull or is he flying around?
Yes.
He's flying around in the skull.
In the skull. Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Okay. I'm not going to make you do stealth. You just do it. So 14 or 17 is enough. So yes, when you... Here, I'll even move you around. When you get up to here, you find there's another path. Here you see it's about 5 feet up. It's a stone platform. You're not even that close. That's just the general direction that you're looking from. There's no... I'm sorry, there are 2 or 3 goblins that, from what you can tell, at the broken down door. If you continue going, you see more arrow slits in this tower. You see, this looks like it could be a good entrance point as well. However, it does take you up to the second story, so it takes some time and skill to actually be able to do it. As you make your way to the north end, you see yet another tower with more arrow slits. You might even see some like what used to be stained glass windows. As you get to the back, you find another smaller path, and you see. Let me double check, but it's just more crumbled. It's a crumbled tower. That's the biggest thing. Is it's a completely destroyed tower. I think you need to give me a perception check to see if you want to figure out anything extra, though. Oh, for perception? Yeah, no, from what you can tell, it's a 16. Okay, so with that 16, you can tell that this looks like an open entrance. Just takes a little bit of time, and you can probably get yourselves in through the back.
Enjoy your stay.
And then circling around, you see another...
Does this guy... Sorry, I didn't even realize I was muted. Does this guy have any ability to communicate this with me?
Not with you. No,
Okay.
He can communicate that with Ulf.
Yeah, that's fine.
I believe that's how that works, Ulf, right?
Ulf's
You're
muted.
Well, I can also speak through him.
Can you speak to him? Okay. I'm sorry. I thought he was only...
Mike, real quick, I have a question for you.
Sure.
In all this perception that these guys are doing, do they notice one Mr. Gumbercules arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard?
We do now.
I'm out.
Yeah, I think in like super creepy fashion, this disembodied voice of Ulf will whisper next to Sylvie, telling her that information.
Because he's invincible.
Yeah.
Just one thing to note.
Yeah. You guys, and with that, once he says it, he'll probably give you enough detail. You can see it now at this point. Arrow shaft's big thing, arrow shaft, crumble, big shing, arrow shaft, blah, blah, blah. You've pretty much seen it all. You see what's on the map on the outside. And
Okay.
17, you've plenty stealthed through bushes and under tree and all that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll come back and I'll be like, there's like some goblins by the door, and then there's like a way we could get in the back. So, whatever.
It looked pretty clear.
So Tiberius has, in your absence and in Ulf's concentration, he has crouched down. He has fully changed his outfit to that of all greens and browns. He has put more leaves in his hair, leaves in his bow. It seems as though he has taken out some manner of paint and has painted what appears to be rudimentary camouflage onto his crossbow. And he is like down and crouched in between bush and tree, and he has his crossbow just at the ready, like watching you as you come back.
And he says, if we take the goblins by stealth, I believe that we could quite easily gain entrance to this castle here. Take them by surprise. Take out their guards.
We should like sneak in from the back, because if there's like guards at the door, they're probably on like rounds. So like if those guys are dead, then someone will notice.
What if we drag them away from the door and bury
They'll
them?
notice that they're not there. Duh.
Your reason is sound. Through the back, stealthily.
Okay.
And he does this weird, like, crouch walk. This stealth, like, commando crouch walk.
Do, do.
Yeah.
So if that's you guys' tactic, I'm going to need some stealth rolls from everybody.
This is where I blow it. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Ulf with the stealth.
He actually is an elf. He's showing Tiberius how it's done.
Fuck you. Oh,
I
fuck
mean-
you.
I know you said it's daytime.
Boom! I'm an elf too, bitch!
My armor gives me advantage in the dark.
In the dark. So I do group stealths like this, where you just have to meet a certain number as a total. So you are 2 out of 3, which is the majority. So you guys successfully stealth.
Worst rogue ever. Alright, so when we get to the back, what do we have to do?
So when you get to the back, let me... Whoa. I'm fucking things up, guys. Okay. When you get to the back, you have to wait for the DM to get to that part. So this tower is almost completely collapsed from what you can see. Although from the ground floor, there's still a little open space, which is kind of hard to see, but now that you guys approach and get closer and closer, like you weren't actually this close when we were doing the rounds. You were like a good, probably 100 yards away, so it was really hard to see. But as you get closer and closer with your stealth, you can now see this small, maybe 3 feet wide opening. You guys can probably see the whole way in, and you see some crates, and that's about it. Until you guys actually start going in.
Well, considering I'm less than 3 feet tall, I can...
Wide. It's 3 feet wide, so height is not an issue.
Okay.
Now, we're pretty deep in the forest, and these goblins have been known to use them
Enjoy your stay.
before. So where in there are 3 wolf eyes? Then go fuck yourself, Mike.
So guys, as you approach this
3
castle,
wolves.
3 wolves. Roll initiative.
And guys, that is 5 out of 5 followers, which means everyone on stream gets 1 advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah. Good shit. Good shit. Also, Mr. Gumbercules, what the shit, bro? Mr. Gumbercules, after saying that was the greatest introduction to a welcome to a channel he's ever had, gives Tiberius a a critical stealth failure. So the next time I have to roll stealth, I fail critically. You goddamn jerk. You goddamn... See, next time you get a fucking sweet-ass intro. I tell you what. God damn it.
All right, so yeah, what are you guys doing?
I rescind your introduction. Fuck you. Are these like gates, portcullis? What's going on there?
You would have to enter the castle.
I can't see that. Looks like a. Is this an incline from here to here?
Yeah, you're going into a castle. Yeah, it's
Okay.
a little bit of an incline. Plus, you're not actually that close. I just put you guys at that part of the map so you guys can start moving yourselves into the right part.
Oh, okay, cool. So we don't see anybody around though.
Nobody's given me a perception yet.
Okay.
Everyone check.
Perception.
How about that? Do I see anybody around?
Yes, you do.
Elf eyes.
Also, is that a portcullis?
So, like, you do this. You do your little scene thing, and you don't see anybody.
Yeah.
However, it is not a portcullis.
I squint my elf eyes. You
Yeah,
can see the tape stretch.
sure.
So yeah, very nimble and like a member of the Sylvan Corps, the famous rangers of Elven society. Tiberius is going to run quietly up this crumbly rampart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who follows? What are you guys doing? Okay. Oh, so you're trying to go up?
Yeah, up it.
Give me an athletics or acrobatics. Yeah, no, you go up it.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Yep.
I will go for it.
Yep, you got it.
Ulf is gonna look at this hill and look at his legs and look at this hill and start trying to climb.
You have advantage if you want to use it.
That's true. We do have advantages.
Now is the time.
Yep. So, Sylvie, I'm assuming your character's going up the same thing? Okay. Yeah, no, I'll say 15's enough to get up. So you guys can get up and over. Do you guys go... So you guys like crawl up, you get to climb it, and then you realize it's like another 10 feet maybe back down. Just take your time with it. You can make it. However, when you do that, I would think it makes most sense to give me another stealth roll because the environment has changed.
So I think
You're no longer in the woods. You're now climbing up something and now climbing down. So you have to be stealthily climbing down.
So I think Tiberius would have run up this thing, like the falling bridge at the end of 5 Armies that he wasn't in.
Yeah.
But he slides down it like he slid down Mount Doom. So he just like, and like all the rocks and shit fall down as he slides awesomely down to the end of this thing. But
I don't remember anybody scooting. You try to scoot down.
He slides. He jumps and slides down with both feet.
Yep.
I'll give you an acrobatics if you want, but I take a.
You're definitely not stealthy.
He's loud as shit.
Yeah.
All the rocks come tumbling with him, but it looks cool because he has his crossbow out and he just slides down.
No, what you do is you have your electric guitar out and you go,
Wow! As I power slide down the rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's making a shitload of noise.
Yeah, but it looks really cool.
It looks like
Okay. Yeah, I'll be watching him by hiding in the corner.
okay. So you can like not go over the climate. You're gonna get like on the other side of it.
Oh, he went down here. Okay.
He went up and down into the tower.
Okay. I just kind of thought we'd go on the other side and.
Okay, yeah, no, you could just go down the other side instead and get away from this fucking maniac.
Yeah, but then if he gets attacked, it'll be really hard.
No, he's a ranger now. You're fine.
She wanted to go and see what was in the crates in case there was anything useful before we went in, but.
Plus, the noise came from the opposite direction you're going.
Yeah, but I don't want to, like, abandon you guys. I'm not that evil.
Mike, I have to applaud you.
Why?
The whole group, this is like the second time you've gone straight to the last room.
Yeah. Like, I'm a ranger.
Yeah, you knew. You just knew.
Oh, yeah. I'm a tactical professional, Michael.
Yes, of course. So yes, what you guys are super loud. Jesus.
I will find a dark corner to hide in as soon as I get down there.
Okay. You guys can take your time unless you want to get down quickly. It would take an athletics or an acrobatics.
I'll go in slow. I mean, if anything's going to attack, it may as well attack Tiberius.
Okay. So as you guys get down there, this door is just slammed. I guess you don't really slam a door open, right? But it is just pulled like off of its hinges as a hulking bugbear, almost like a fucking bugbear, but hulking. Tears this door off and immediately tries to grab, and it's going to be a contested. Let me open this up. It's going to be a contested athletics roll. He's going to try to grapple Tiberius because I assume you're the first one there, right?
Yeah. Tiberius was literally getting ready to kick the door open.
That's a natural 20.
Whew, it is.
But go ahead and give me. You could potentially roll a natural 20 on a dexterity saving throw.
It's an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
I did! Suck a dick in my tire! I'm the greatest ranger in the world!
All right. Fuck you, Tiger.
Oh!
Poor Rhino.
So here's how this works. You both succeed. So it's just.
I mean, mine's higher. Mine's technically higher. It's 22 to 24.
It doesn't matter at this point. Both are criticals. So at this point, he does grab you, and you guys are like doing like a back and forth, like oh no, and eventually you just kind of fake him out. You give him a kiss.
I don't do that. I don't do that at all.
You give him a kiss on the lips.
I don't do that. That's not.
You-
That's not what happens.
Okay, so what really happens? Like, we all know what really happens. You remember your old, you had to learn how to stage fight, right, with swords and all that.
I mean, he's a ranger now, so he is full in combat mode.
So
Yeah.
you just remember, Ranger Rex.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
He was a specialist in martial arts.
Yes,
He was like Kwon-Do.
Yeah.
So you break the wrist and you walk away.
Yeah, break the wrist, walk away.
Walk away.
So on a fuck, man, that's a double crits, huh?
It sure fucking is. I opened my fat fucking mouth about you rolling a natural 20 against it.
Yeah, I sure
Goddamn.
did. I sure did.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. So seriously, how do you want to play that out? Like, what happens?
So what happens is he does actually grapple you.
Okay. So how about this? So how about this? If I stay grappled, which is totally fine by me, can I surprise round shoot him in the chest? Because I have my crossbow already. So he grabs the door, grabs me, and I fire, and that's so I'll stay grappled, but I get a shot off.
we could. That's up to you if that's how you want to handle it.
Yeah, I'll stay
If
grappled.
it successfully grapples you, you could successfully break it or turn it around on him.
Yeah, no,
So
I'll shoost him. Do you want me to roll for shoost, or what do you want to do? You want to count?
No,
count
just
that
roll
20?
damage. Roll damage. I'm not gonna steal your.
I'll just roll. Boop. So 8 damage as he like grabs me by like the scruff of my neck, I guess, like the shirt,
Sure.
and I shoot him in the chest. That's the weirdest thing ever.
Okay, so let me. I forgot something else in here. I forgot to bring in the dragon.
Oh, right, the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 3 wolves. Recent follower.
You know what? Fuck you. It is 3 wolves. You fucking
He knew that there was going to be 3 wolves coming up.
Yeah. One snarl, and snorl.
Purunga 777 says double crits means it's all downhill from here. I don't even think that's my only crit. I think I've crit like twice today already. But those back-to-back, those contested crits is a real struggle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna highlight that. Highlight contested crits. Because that's pretty funny, and that needs to go on the YouTubes.
Okay. So as you do this, as you shoot him in the chest, you might catch a secondary glance at 3 big wolves. And what looks like silver or gray elf, if you will.
Like an old
drow elf.
Oh, it's a dark elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what we see. So let's go ahead and roll initiatives.
Sure.
Give me 1 second to set up that.
Well, that's what you get.
That's totally
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, that's what I get.
So let's do this. Add turn. What was yours? You got a 4. Oh, natural 1.
Natural 1.
So we're just gonna put you at 1. And then Sylvie.
She got a 10.
Is she?
Well, that was from earlier.
Oh, that was from earlier. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see an initiative from that. And then I need to.
Want me to re-roll it? Okay.
I don't even see it. I don't see an initiative. 15, perfect. So, give me 1 second.
So, Tiberius, what's your name?
What's that? You haven't heard him ask. You haven't heard him say it yet. So
Aw.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
yeah, he has a name. His character has a
It'll
name.
come up. He talks a lot.
Yeah.
It's totally not what that says it is, guys. It's totally not what it is, guys.
Well, isn't that what the whole point of doppelgangers is that
Yeah, it's
they're
totally
not?
not. Yeah, just like that. I'm playing an illusion on you
You
guys.
nailed it, Mike. You're real great at.
I honestly thought I was just gonna pop up with my DM name. Goddamn.
No, it pops up as whatever the creature is.
So many windows. Not enough walls. Only sweat is dripping off my balls.
Gross.
Like the proper response is skeet, skeet, skeet.
Oh,
It's
my
like
Yes.
grody.
I'm
Okay. So it is totally not the doppelganger's turn right now.
It's the drow.
Yes, the drow. It's exactly the drow's turn. Let me pull that up. This person is going to go ahead and. Where is it? I'm going to make a javelin throw. It's from the bugbear, but ignore that. For an 11 on Mr. Tiberius.
Miss.
Miss? Okay. Sorry. Wolves. Wolves. They're gonna, both of them here, let me go ahead and move. This one's gonna come here, this one's gonna go here, this one's gotta do a little circle maneuver because they kind of do the pack thing. They get to make these attacks with advantage because they have allies within space. So that's a 14 to attack.
That will hit, but barely.
A 15. So let's go ahead and get both, because they have multi-attack? They don't. So that's a total of 8 and 6 is 14.
Yep.
That's a total of 14 piercing damage against Sir Tiberius.
Sure. Okay.
Sylvie, it is your turn. What are you doing? You see your friend.
So are they gonna try to knock me prone, or is this bugbear still holding me up?
The bugbear is still holding you right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so who do I have access to? Like, who can I stab from here?
As far as stabbing, you could make. I'd say the bugbear is going to be like the clearest shot if you want to try to stab him in the arm or body. You're small enough; you could maybe squeeze in there and attack either wolf as well.
Well, she's a halfling, so you can do that, can't you? You can. Move
Yeah, I'm just
under-
saying, like if you want to, you can attack the wolves.
I can, like I can occupy the same space as you, so I can basically like go underneath you, and then stab from there. But we need to get this bugbear out of the way, and it's holding Tiberius, so we should probably do something about that.
Probably.
I was hiding. You know what? Let's see. I can. Hiding. I get sneak attack, right?
Well, Tiberius,
you get sneak attack because I'm right there anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. So, fish stick.
Yeah, that hits.
9. Sneak attack for 3, and then I will. Yeah. If there, I don't think there is anywhere I can hide in this area, is there?
No. You could just retreat. You could disengage as a bonus if you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. So you do. That doesn't require any roll.
Yeah.
Ulf, it is your turn.
So Wolf is like right behind Tiberius, and he's got this glass staff, and he's trying to aim it. And Tiberius like is struggling with the bugbear, and he's gonna cast Hex on this bugbear
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Sure.
And then when he gets the shot just about lined up, Tiberius left, and then fire off an Eldritch Blast.
That is actually no. That's enough to hit because he's not using a shield.
Super. Let's go do
2
2
force. Okay.
and 1 hex. Wow, that sucked today.
Terrible.
Well, has-
And 10 feet pushback. Now, what that'll do to Tiberius, I have no idea. But
Yeah, Tiberius, you're going with him. You guys are going back to Cali. And into the wolf. Whoops. Wolf. That didn't happen how I wanted it to. God damn it, roll 20. I hate you today. So you guys get knocked. You're 10 feet into this room, and you are completely surrounded. However, when you get knocked back, the grip is loosened, and you're able to freely, no action required, you're broken free of the grip.
Okay.
oh, my hex is on his strength checks.
On his strength checks? Okay, good to know. Tiberius, it is your turn. You just got pulled into this room after your buddy, your Blue Falcon, into this room. You're
Yeah.
amongst 3 wolves, a drow, and a massive bugbear.
Yeah, I see that. That's not great. It's not great for me.
So ends the tale of Tiberius Caldwell. Second time this week I killed you.
That's true. That is true. So Tiberius takes stock of his current situation, and he drops his what do you call it? Crossbow to the side. He drops his crossbow to the side and reaches across with one hand and pulls his talon rapier and points it towards the sky. And he says, I am Bartheon, son of Ekadir, and you will be bathed in holy light. And then he casts fairy fire on this entire room that he is in. And everyone inside this room, any creature in the area the spell is cast is outlined if they fail a dexterity saving throw. Actually, I'll just click the fucking button. Bloop.
Yeah, please do.
So everyone in, let me see, I can make shapes in this purple box.
Yep, so everybody in that purple box will need to make a dex save, is what you're saying?
Yes. In this purple
so
box.
everybody.
Yeah.
What's your spell DC?
13. So everyone has
They
failed
all
so
fail.
far. One more. You're missing one.
No, I have the wolves. I do the wolves in one.
Oh, okay, that's totally fine. Yeah, so everyone is bathed in purple light, and any roll against them has advantage as long as they can see them. So, and anyone who is invisible is now no longer invisible. So, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's visible and brightly lit.
Yeah, and that's his, I believe, his whole turn, because that's all he can do right now. Because I can't cast a bonus action spell.
Sure. Yeah. Okay then. Bugbear's turn, and he's a brute. Remember bugbears?
Yeah,
He remembers.
he does remember.
22.
Yeah, he remembers. That hits.
13 piercing damage.
Yeah. That fells the mighty Barthion, son of Ekadir.
So be bathed in holy light. Coon.
Yeah.
Knocked out.
Yep.
So much for that light.
Yeah. Fortunately, I got knocked into a room. So.
So for now, you have the red X of shame.
Yeah.
But that's bad.
It's real bad. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's his turn. It is now the Drow's turn. And the Drow is suddenly... Who can see this? Nobody can really see this. Oh, perfect. So you guys are there. And out of nowhere, you see this gray, lanky thing. Droopy. I don't know if it's droopy, but you want to say it's droopy. Thing pop out, and it doesn't look like anything in particular. It's like if all races were to be eliminated and replaced with gray things, gray people, this would be it. And it's going to come out, and it's going to cast a slam attack against Sylvie. Does a 13 hit Sylvie?
She's got like 15 AC.
Does she?
Yeah.
And a 21 against Ulf. I assume that hits.
That does hit.
All right, you're about to take some bludgeoning damage. 10 bludgeoning damage.
That hurts.
It sure do. And it's kind of looks at you, and it can tell it's really not interested. It's very frustrated. It was interrupted. Next, wolves. The wolves are they're waiting. They're healed. Sylvie, it is your turn.
Right. I guess, this thing is right here in front of me.
It
so
sure is.
It's gonna get a stab with the fish stick.
Sure is. With a 23, go ahead and give me some damage.
That's crap damage. And I get my sneak attack, right?
Yes, you have an ally within 5 feet, right? So 7 damage.
And then, I will disengage again.
Okay, where are you going to move to?
Maybe I will. I don't know, because we have to bolt. I should maybe be near the exit. So actually, I'll just sort of stay where I am.
Okay.
I don't know if I can disengage and just kind of move back a little.
You'd actually have to move more than 5 feet away for it to be a true disengage.
Yeah.
So I'd say you'd have to forego that for now, unless you could move over here. Oh no, that's still attacking range.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's such a
there's
tiny.
no place, without going into the next room, there's no place you can disengage.
Yeah, and I don't know how I can do.
5, 10, 15. But I mean, you could get over here. 20 feet is over there. If you.
Yeah, I could dash, actually. But I don't want to leave.
Wolf, where he is, yeah.
Himself, because he'll get murdered. So.
Like somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess we'll just focus, kill this guy, move to the next thing.
Sure. Ulf, let's go to you. This thing is in front of you, and as it's looking at you, it's actually mimicking your face, and it's actually starting to take your shape after it attacked you. What are you gonna do?
He's beautiful for one.
Mm-hmm.
But he hit me so hard, and Queck is going to take offense to that. He's gonna pop up over right next to him.
Sure.
And yeah, they're just this like skull with black bat wings flapping out of its temples appears next to it and claws at it.
A 17 is enough. Give me damage.
Just yeah.
Oh, so 9 poison. Now, does it have to make any kind of save for the poison?
DC 10 Constitution save.
So that's 9, and that is DC 10 con save, huh?
Yeah.
13, so he is not poisoned.
No. So he doesn't take the poison damage, and he's not poisoned.
Oh, he doesn't even take the poison damage?
No.
Okay. Oh, that's just on there in case he does fail it. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Anything else you'd like to do?
No, actually. I have to forego my attack to have Quack attack.
Okay. Yep. Alrighty. Tiberius, it is time for a death saving throw.
It sure is. Let's see here. Oh, I wake up.
What the hell is with you and the rolls today?
You cocksucker.
That's amazing.
You know what, though? That saves me from having to fucking handle you doing that shit. Alright, so you restore back to 1 hit point, I do believe. You stabilize.
I don't know. I've never rolled a nat 20 on death saving throw. I actually don't remember what the rules
I
are.
think that's actually just 2 successes.
No, it's he gets 1 hit point back.
Is it 1 hit point? I wasn't sure if it was...
The crit fail is 2 fails.
2 fails, okay. I was just thinking the con of that. Okay, yeah, no, you're back up at 1 hit point. However, does that forego your actions?
Yeah, it says if you roll a 20 on the d20, you regain 1 hit point. Yeah, that's my 1 action.
That's your action, okay.
Yeah.
So you have bonus action.
You know what? Fuck it. I am currently portraying Barthaon, son of Ekadir. I will use my bonus action to play dead. Because I was just dead. I was just unconscious.
Yeah.
So I heal myself and just continue to look like I'm unconscious so as to not get pummeled back to death.
Give me a performance check at advantage because you are
Absolutely.
disguised.
Boom. 26.
You have played almost innumerable amounts of corpses in your...
Yeah. I've died so many times in real life that
Yeah.
playing dead is no problem.
You were so good. Ulf is still sobbing.
And that bugbear,
yeah.
the bugbear has no idea that I'm dead.
Oh, yeah, the bugbears and the wolves are just like... they are still
That's amazing.
reveling over the death that he so swiftly dispatched onto
That's
you.
perfect.
That is perfect.
His death scene was just so convincing.
Yeah.
It was.
Alas!
Arg! And he goes to Herkblah!
Speaking of, it is the bugbear's turn. I forgot to give him an initiative, didn't I? We'll just say he's whatever he is now. He's
0.
0, yeah. That's the only way to do it. He's going to call the wolves back a little bit. And actually, Tiberius, you can't really see it. I'll add it to the map, but you can't really see it. It's not really a zombie, but I don't feel like finding anything else. There's a bundle curled up over there. It's not a bundle, but it's a dwarven body. Appears to be alive, and these wolves are now guarding the body.
Dwarven necromancers.
Fact.
We'll do it that way. So there's that. He's saying. So in what do they speak? Undercommon. Okay, Goblinese and gobbledygook. You hear him speak to the gray person and issue an order. Any of you speak Goblin?
No.
No? Okay, so yeah, you guys don't understand what he's saying. However, on his turn, he's going to... It's now the gray thing's turn. It's a doppelganger. Fuck it, guys. You already know. He's going to give a grappling check. No, he's not. He was going to try to grapple you, Ulf, but he's still... Like, the scratch was on his face, and so he can't quite see right. He's wincing at it. It was a half-hearted attempt. All of Sylvie and Ulf, you guys can make attack for opportunity.
Oh.
He's going to move out of your attack range. 20 hits.
I believe this will be at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack, but
Yes, but it's 13 and 13, and 13 is not enough to hit.
Now I can't remember if I can get sneak attack on an attack of opportunity.
You had sneak attack on your turn, so you
Right.
can.
Yes.
It's only once per turn. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
I was just trying to remember.
So he's going to go through there. He's going to walk over to about there, and that's it. He's going to end his turn there. So he took, how much? 7 damage. Let me note that. Okay. His turn is over. The wolves are going to forego. They are guarding Sylvie. It is your turn. You saw your friend get pulled in. You heard a feint, if you will.
Did the bugbear do anything?
He ordered.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. You said that.
He got orders. Yep.
Okay, so looking in, this is what I see. Tiberius. We've been hitting the doppelganger, so we'll keep hitting it.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
You have you'd have to. You wouldn't be able to attack now if you want to switch to a ranged weapon. Because you'd have to use your action and your bonus action to both drop a weapon and equip another one.
It depends. Do you have your dagger out?
Well, it's a short sword.
It's a short sword.
Okay.
The fish stick is a short sword. No, she's actually going to go in.
Okay.
Next to Tiberius and stab the doppelganger from there.
Okay.
There'll be nowhere to hide or anything after that either, but what can you do?
19 is enough. Go ahead and give me damage. 8 piercing.
And then I don't get it because Tiberius is prone and he's not.
Exactly, yeah. He's not exactly in the fight right now. Point.
So, I mean, is there... There's nowhere I can hide, is there?
In here, you have the bed behind you. You have a table over here. I'm sorry, like a stand of sorts over there, like a sundial kind of thing. And then you have a table over here. So it's a very barren room. There's not a whole lot in here. However, you could maybe, but then you also see the wolf is right there. So
I actually can disengage.
Okay.
Because I have enough movement to...
Sure. Yeah, you disengage and you retreat back there. Wolf, it is your turn.
Wolf, pardon me. Ulf is gonna give Quack a little high five as he strides up to the door. He's gonna fire an Eldritch Blast at that not doppelganger.
Okay.
The Doppelganger.
The Doppelganger. Necroganger. 8 force damage. And knock it back.
8 force damage, I'm sorry, yes. Let me,
Are you knocking it, diagonally?
Yeah. So,
This wolf, that way?
yeah, so he really doesn't have an option of the way it goes. It's just the direction of the attack. It's not like he can choose which direction he goes. So that direct path to him would be this direction.
Cool.
Is that what you're trying to do? Just get him as far away as you can?
Yeah, push him into the room.
Sure.
And then he's going to continue his movement, glance down at Tiberius, probably see a little smirk because Tiberius is real proud of himself when he does well.
I mean, you think he's still dead?
He gave a very convincing performance.
Yeah, so you think he's still unconscious?
Fair enough. To be like, you can't just kill my friends and get away with it. He's going to call Quack in behind him.
Yep, so I've been screwing guys a little bit. I just realized because of Fairy Fire...
No, it's gone.
It dropped, yeah, because you went unconscious. Never mind. Fuck you guys.
I forgot to remove it. You're fine.
Yeah. I think that's supposed to mean something. Okay. So you're now in the room. Oh, Tiberius, it is your turn. Do you continue to feign death?
So Tiberius, what he will do, Mike, I'll tell you what he does. Mm-hmm. So first I'm going to lower my spell count. And then I'm going to cast this one that's touch. Is it touch? Which one's touch? This one.
Is it
We'll
good
use
touch?
we'll use
Cure
this
wounds.
one.
Cure wounds is touch.
Yeah.
Cure wounds is... Oh, you want to heal yourself? Okay.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
I think you
hold on.
also have potions, but...
I do have potions, but that takes a lot more work to
It sure
maneuver.
does, yep.
So I'm going to use this one on myself at level 2,
Sure.
and I'm going to heal 8 hit points. So I'm at that number now. And then, like a god among elves, I will rise, and as I do so, my rapier is still in my hand, and I am slashing up at this bugbear. And I say something like, by the divine protection of Corellion, son of Grumsh, you will end it now! And I slash across the chest of this bugbear. Stabbing him with, oh no, my character sheet disappeared. No, guys, no.
Oh no.
Coach
Oh no,
Chow!
he's dead. He's
17.
dead. Oh, you just make the AC.
17.
You go ahead and give me damage.
Sweet. I do. 5 damage as I slash across his chest, and I am standing in front of him now.
5?
Yeah, 5 damage.
5? Okay. Yeah, no, you get a slash with a rapier, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, you give him a little flick of the wrist, and he's got a nice little cut across his armor, and you can see it kind of cuts through, and you see some...
I believe I've also insulted his god.
His name is Inigo Montoya. He killed his father.
Prepare to die. Yeah, I have also invoked the name of his god in an insulting manner.
He doesn't take kindly to this.
Yeah, no, I would imagine not.
Oh,
That hits. That
That's
is
zero, isn't it?
that is exactly my life.
Yes.
That is exactly
You're
my
back
life.
unconscious.
That is exactly my life.
He... Fucking say that again about my god, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
I did say it, and I'll say it again when I resurrect myself with another nat 20.
So it's now the doppelganger's turn, and you see the doppelganger approach the person who was cowering, if you will, and you see them pick it up by its neck, and you can see at this point it's a very familiar dwarf friend of yours. It's Gundren Rockseeker.
Gunderson, no.
And yeah, he is starting to strangle Gunderson, old Gundy.
Hey, you stop that.
Gundy, no.
And with that, the wolves.
That's like mean.
Yep. So
Yeah.
one wolf hops on top of. Here, we'll just go ahead and they occupy the same space over here. One wolf hops on top of the table and snarls and all that stuff. Another one comes over here and they're surrounding. They're making a wall between you guys and him and the dwarf. Sylvie, it is your turn.
Okay, now I'm mad. He's being strangled. Tiberius is down.
Mm-hmm.
So super bad.
But a wolf will be able to attack me if I go by. But I have to make this guy stop. I don't want to just drop my sword. Right? I'll need that back. So I will, I guess, take that attack of opportunity so I can get to the doppelganger who's strangling the guy.
So she's running through.
Okay.
Running
Yep.
on through.
Give me your attacks.
You get an attack of opportunity, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
She technically didn't leave his attack
Yeah.
radius.
Yeah.
16 meets his AC. The wolf or the doppelganger?
The doppelganger.
That meets his AC, so go ahead and give me... Actually, no, that exceeds it. Give me the damage. Okay.
Yeah.
This thing is still holding up fairly well. However, it's It's starting to bleed quite a bit at this point. So that's a short sword that's piercing. So, you see the cuts in it. You're getting decent, lower abdomen because of the height difference for you. But you some decent bleeding in the legs. However, he's still going decent enough right now.
Okay.
You know what? I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong character. He's pretty bloody at this point. He's gotten enough hits in the legs. He's kind of bleeding. You know how you get you have arteries in your legs, and you fucking cut them, you're gonna bleed out. So he's standing in a pool of blood right now. It's like an oddly black ichor, if you will, and he's panting, and he's trying to hold a grip. You can tell his grip has softened.
Okay.
You think if you land a couple of decent blows on him, he will be subdued or even killed if you hit him hard enough.
Okay. I know it's risky staying here, but
It sure is. However, Ulf, it is your turn.
Ulf is going to do what he can to press the advantage. He kind of puts himself in the midst of these wolves to try to distract them while ordering Quack up, who flies over, say, above that wolf.
Okay, you're actually over top of the wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Quack will again take a little claw at him.
Yeah, no, that definitely hits. Give me damage. 4, and they have to make a DC or con.
DC 10 con, yeah.
Is that against the wolf, you said?
The doppelganger.
Oh, the doppelganger.
Yeah.
He fails.
So he takes the 4 poison, and he's poisoned for a minute.
So that's math. That's actually, let me see. That is just enough to put him at -1 health, so it's enough to kill him. Go ahead and explain how this happens. What does this look like to everybody else in this room?
This skull with shadowy bat wings just flies, and there's this I want to say a scree noise, but it's in Ulf's voice. It's like yee,
Boo.
Rawr.
claws on its wings just swipe across the face.
Okay, so as he's holding old Gundy, as he's getting stabbed, he was holding through, but this little fucking goblin skull. Is this a goblin skull or the human skull?
The goblin skull.
This tiny little goblin skull comes over, says, and spectral wings come out and slash its throat, and you can see the poison also just seeping, and he releases it, and he just crumbles down as he's sitting there. That when the troll gets shot in the throat in Moria, it's kind of that. He's trying to breathe in, but he can't breathe in.
Nobody touches Gunderson.
It's old Gundy.
It's old Gundy.
Tiberius. Are you lucky? You are lucky. That is 1 success.
That is 1 success. Yep, that's his turn. 1 success.
However, you still have a bugbear to handle. Well, not you specifically. He laughs at you, and he's actually going to pick up your corpse and throw it against the wall. He's not actually doing any damage. He just shoves you out of the way.
Sure.
And he comes up behind Ulf.
It's going to be a bad day.
It is. For a 10.
It's not going to be a bad day.
It's not. What's funny is I'm going to use my advantage. I didn't use my advantage.
Is that your... Isn't 10 your AC?
No,
because
it's higher than that.
Yep. And if you wanted to, you could cast Mage Armor for no... It'll just cost you a charge or whatever.
Yeah, well, I've got this Hellish Rebuke scroll.
Okay.
And I think now is the time to make use of that.
Okay.
I don't have the spell in my sheet, but if you give me a
It's
second.
a dexterity saving throw against your thing. And they take 1d6 fire damage.
Yeah. Hellish Rebuke.
My DC is 13.
So it's a DC 13 dex saving throw.
Yep. I'm just trying to bounce between sheets here.
And,
You still win.
Yeah.
The tie goes to the attacker. So give me damage.
2d10.
2d10. Yep, 2d10 fire. 7. That's actually a pretty decent blow. He's not dead yet. Let me, oh, god damn it, I hate when I do that.
So yeah, as he like swings
not
it off,
dead
Ulf
yet.
just like turns his gaze around at this guy and flames lick up around his body.
They sure do. So as this happens, he comes up, he whiffs you, and you just hear the whoop, and you just like pull out a scroll as fast as you've ever seen, read it, and like I'd almost imagine like the scroll bursts into fire, and that's what shoots into him, and he's just wreathed in flame. I don't think he actually catches fire.
No.
But he is severely burned. And badly burned.
Very badly burned.
As at this point, he goes from looking tough and looking ready to rock and roll. He is only ready to roll, as he's pretty well bloodied and charred at this point. Doppelganger is dead. Wolves. At this point, it's morphin time. So this first attack is going to go against Sylvie. 18.
No.
9 if it hits. Pretty sure that hits. This next one is going to go to... and they attack with advantage automatically, because they're near each other. Ulf, 8 or 10. And then the other one... he can technically move over here. He doesn't move out of anybody's attack range. For 16.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. He will try to go for the DC 11 strength check. 8 piercing damage while he's doing that.
All right. Yeah, this will be fine.
It'll be just fine.
Nailed it.
You fucking... How do you stop this? How does Ulf stop this? I want to know how he uses his -1 strength to stop this.
He gets bit, but he has this instant flashback to his dog, and he sees this thing, and he just gives it these puppy dog eyes, and like, no, and just pushes it back, like gentle but firm.
Guys, I had a dog once, and this is what you do: is you just put your elbow in its mouth, and then they bite it.
You have to be the alpha.
The quickest way to get a dog off your arm is if you just reach behind and just put your finger right up. Fact.
And they keep coming back for more.
Fact.
Sylvia, your turn.
Ulf is not my dog fingerer character.
No.
Just saying.
Okay.
He's not your corn dog?
That was Selmorn, and we'll meet him again one day.
I don't
Hopefully.
want to know.
You don't.
You do.
Can I hit this wolf in front of me?
Yes, you sure can.
Okay. And get me some sneak attack.
Yes, you do. Yeah, 24 definitely hits. 8, and give me your sneaks. 5. I think that's actually enough to kill a wolf. A wolf? That is plenty to kill this wolf. What do you, like, just cut off its legs? Do you, like, stab it in the throat? What do you do?
Like, just into its gut, just quick.
Just straight up gut shot? Perfect.
Yeah.
You destroy it.
Quickly.
Yeah, so you just serve dinner, because this is on the table. So you just cut open the guts and just...
Serve dinner.
Yep, dinner is served here, guys. And, that is the end of that wolf.
And then I'm gonna look at Gundy. How is he? Is he like up? Is he conscious?
He is barely conscious from what you can tell, and right now he is really just trying to regain his composure as he was just getting choked the fuck out.
Yeah.
But yes, he is alive from what you can tell. He's very weak. You can tell for a dwarf, he's like skinny. Like, dwarves aren't supposed to be skinny, they're supposed to be stout. You can tell he's starved.
Okay. And I guess I will move to here. Because this wolf over here won't be able to get me
Right, yep.
back. So I will go there, and yeah, I'm not gonna... These rooms are too small to, like...
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really go anywhere too well.
Yeah, so... there.
Alrighty. Ulf, it is your turn.
Ulf is having a bad time of things.
Yeah?
he's actually gonna spend his action to drink one of them healing potions.
Okay. Oh, one of the... Yep, perfect. Yeah, 9's a pretty big heal, so yeah, you definitely heal that. You still have a bonus action, so...
Yeah, I can't really do anything with them.
Okay. What spells do you have that are on your staff that are bonus? Are any of them bonus?
One's a reaction.
One's a oh, that's true. Shield is a reaction, and Mage Armor is an action. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot if... Oh, no, Shield is... Yeah, no, that makes sense, because it's +5. Tiberius, give me a death saving throw.
No.
Okay, Tiberius dies.
I use my inspiration. Fuck you. Oh my Christ!
That's 2 failures.
Wow! Alright, I'll take that. That's a tough...
Can I just
It's a
say
tough
fuck you,
situation.
you earned that.
That's a tough situation. That's a tough day. It's a tough day in the Caldwell household, guys.
That's getting a screenshot. Hold on.
That's a tough day in the Caldwell household, guys.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Where's my
You earned this.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Guys, if you're gonna donate for fucking something, now's the time to do it, because Tiberius is
one
gonna
of the
die.
donation options is a healing potion. and
Yeah,
that would
because
not be
Tiberius is going to die. There's a very high likelihood
Please save him.
that he is going to die.
He has the healing spells.
Yeah.
Maybe. Heal him.
bad.
Jesus.
Oh, it's the Bugbear's turn. You know, remember what happened last time the Bugbear had his turn?
You
remember?
No, it
Here's
was,
a reminder of what happened. He rolled a 16.
if there was ever a time to use that shield,
Shield.
yeah, that'll
So
let
you're going to
my
use shield. What does it make your AC total? It's +5, so I assume like 17.
19.
19, yeah. So describe what kind of shield is it? Do you just like create a bubble around you, or is it like you use your staff as a shield? And
Well, it's
imagine a shield spell working for your character.
it comes from the glass staff,
A
but
gleaming
Ulf
endowment.
has had enough time to what do they call that? Where you
Attune?
attune? Yeah, he's attuned it to himself. So it's kind of like spooky, dark, shadowy magic that just like forms up around him.
Okay.
To block the hit, but there's an associated smell of like decay that puffs out.
So it's like the death that you've bestowed upon others kind of feeds this defensive magic kind of thing?
A little bit, just the death that he's obsessed with.
Okay. Oh, the death that he's obsessed with. Gotcha. It is the Wolves' turns. Sylvie, you're going to get one. Ulf, you're going to get one.
Okay.
First one is Sylvie, natural 1. Second one, it's both failures. So these wolves are pretty fucking scared of this. I imagine that like black smoke kind of emanates from you, and then quickly like snaps into like a shield in front of you, and that's pretty fucked up. People don't see that every day. So the wolves, especially, are nature-based creatures. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Sylvie, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna make with stabby stab on this guy. I don't have advantage, do I?
We had a viewer one. Did you already use that?
Enjoy
No,
your
I
stay.
You had a followers one, I should say. So
I
you'd
used
like
it.
to use that? Okay. Go ahead and give me damage.
Damage.
9. That's a decent blow.
Well, while Tiberius is dead, Spazwilk, arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard.
Why isn't it working? Okay. That's actually... Oh, yeah, no. That's enough to kill it. Dispatched? I can't. Alright. You know what? It's just... Oop. Okay. You just annihilate it from existence.
Alright.
Anything else? You have your bonus and movements. Currently, you would not evoke attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
You can get to Tiberius and feed him, or begin feeding him a potion.
I can. I will do that.
So you get out your potion.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
out your potion with a bonus action, or get one of his out if you want to not use up your stock.
How many do you have, Tiberius?
I had
If you look through your pack, how many would she have?
a
Yeah.
bunch, a
I was
shitload.
gonna say you had like
Okay.
4 or 5, so
Yeah.
you have
Yeah, alright. So you,
Madfish, you have Courtney's subscriber advantage to use at your leisure.
alrighty. So that will be your turn, Ulf. You're
gleaming
almost all by yourself,
endowment.
except for you have two friends around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, Ulf is in a bad way, and he wants to help Tiberius, but someone's got to kill all these things. So he's gonna point at the wolf, and Quack is gonna do his thing.
20, yeah, give me damage. And that's a DC, blah, blah, blah. It does make it.
Blah blah blah.
Yep, so that's a,
4
it's
piercing.
only a 4 pierce. Alrighty. Let me just fix that real quick. Okay. Anything else on your turn? I don't know if there's too much more you can really do.
Nope, not really.
Okay, Tiberius.
So Tiberius has just been donated a total of 4 healings. So I'm going to use all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16, 21, 28, which heals him to fully 28. Tiberius stands, using half his movement speed, moves forward 2, and uses one of the donation crits he just received. And he says, "I walk in Corellian's light, foe of Grumsh!" And he stabs this guy through the back of the neck to save Ulf. And I will crit that motherfucker.
You critted it anyway. That's
No, I
great.
didn't. I edited the sheet to make it auto-crit.
Oh, did you?
So
Okay.
7 damage as he stabs this guy in the back of the neck.
Yeah, so like, you just like poke it through the back of his neck and through the other end is
Yeah.
the tip of the rapier?
Yeah,
And that kills him.
good. And he just like slumps off the end of the rapier.
Yeah.
As-
It worked.
And he
As
just and like the end of A Knight's Tale, he just for some reason shouts his own name, and he
Wait,
says
yeah.
Barthion, son of Ekadir,
Oh, I thought you were going to
as
say...
like the blood drips down. No, he's Barthion, son of Ekadir now.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Sure.
He hasn't stopped being a ranger yet, guys.
As excited as Ulf's ever been, he's like, Tiberius!
Hooray.
Oh,
so
I
he's
shot
no
the
longer
wolf.
The wolf is all by himself right now. I don't know if wolves would retreat, but he's going to try.
No one was looking. So he's
Yeah.
thinking of
So
him.
he's actually gonna. You still have a reaction, Tiberius, if you wanted to attack the wolf.
I do have a reaction. Is he going to move
Yeah.
by me? Oh, this guy.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
he
so
moves, like moving towards the door.
You know what? So he stabs this guy, yells, he yells Barthion, son of Ekadir, and as this wolf comes by, he slashes down and uses his other crit on that wolf.
He's dead.
So there you go. 10 damage on that wolf.
Yeah, that was more than enough to kill him. Yeah.
No one gets away.
Let me just go ahead and close all these extra tabs. Now you guys cheated. That is.
Fuck you, Mike.
It is. All right. So you guys turned this around very quickly. I'm surprised. Like normally, as a DM, sometimes you fudge things up and down. This one I was able to keep like even keeled, and you guys handled it perfectly. Didn't have to change shit.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah,
Thanks, chat. Tiberius was on his way out.
Enjoy your stay.
And just in time, Kyoto, arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard.
So what do you guys do? The room is yours. You have Gunderson. I'm gonna see if I can find a door. If I put a zombie in there and it's bugging me.
Yeah, I'm gonna, loot the corpses in the room. I mean, not there's much in the room, but I'm definitely looting corpses.
Okay. So
Oh, that's crap.
oh, I'm on the wrong page. So you're closest to the bugbear. It takes time. I don't really make you roll for investigation if you're looting, unless they have anything hidden. So on him, you find 220 silver pieces. You find 3 additional healing potions. You don't see them on him. We'll just assume that everybody's looking around. There's 3 healing potions in this little thing.
Okay.
Those.
Those she will split.
Yeah. So you find the 222 silver pieces like in like a sack on the bugbear. On the on the drow that turned into a doppelganger. Let me find it. You find 119 gold pieces like throughout the body. It's not all in one place. You kind of find it in several different money sacks and in the pack. But in there as well, you find a couple scrolls.
Okay, those lead to Ulf.
Yep. So that's 2 scrolls being handed over to Ulf.
Oh.
And who else is going to be searching the room? Is it just Sylvie right now, or is everybody pretty much going to start going around? Who's going to go to Gunderson at this point?
Tiberius is going to go to Old Gundy because they're old friends.
Yeah, old friends, yep.
Guys, I had a viewer crit that whole time, like just sitting in my pocket that I never realized I had from like last session or some shit. Motherfucker.
Do you want to know how many of those I have and haven't used?
Just a shitload because you forget as a DM all the
I
time.
forget about them, yeah, because I have 2 crits from last time, 2 advantages from last time.
Yep.
Because I cross them out when I'm done. That's all I have. Never mind, I didn't have as many as I thought. What is Ulf doing right now?
Ulf is probably like well looting went. He probably like undid whatever bonds Gundren had on him, and
Okay.
I told you we'd come and get you, or no, I didn't, but we did because we were trying. We didn't get distracted by ghosts or skeletons or really cool bandits.
Yeah, it's been a while. Old Tiberius, it's good to see you. You guys came in just in nick of the time. They were discussing on ways to further torture me.
So Tiberius breaks character for the first time in, I assume, hours.
And he says, Lord Gunderson, what happened to you? We found you. We found your wares. And we found Salazar. We found him and we brought him back to Phandelver. But you have been lost for days.
Salazar?
Yes, the Slytherin. The Lord's Allianceman.
Sildar.
That is what I said, Ulf.
Sildar. Oh, yes, good Sildar. He was on his way to... He and I were way late. What, is he okay?
He is fine, but I have bad news for you, Gunderson.
What is that?
And he like puts his hand on his shoulder.
He says, it appears as though not only you have been taken, but the entire Roxika trio, Thundy and Nundy, have fallen.
My brothers.
They are
Where have they
no
fallen?
longer. They have fallen by their camp, west of here.
West. But they went south. They didn't go west.
They were definitely west, right?
The bodies you found were definitely
We're
west.
definitely west. Okay, I was like, I'm 99% sure they were definitely west.
Let me put it this way. You just found 2 dwarven corpses.
Yeah.
He says there was a camp outside of Phandelver with dwarven corpses that bore the mark of Rockseeker.
Which is a thing you definitely said last time.
Yeah, it definitely is.
He says, and they bore the mark of Rockseeker. We have had their corpses taken back to the stronghold.
It's the stronghold. I mean, how long ago was this?
That they were dead or that we found them?
That you found them?
We found them just yesterday. They had
And you
been
found them
dead
to
for
the
several
west?
days. Yes, the west of Phandelver.
Are you sure these are not our... We had a couple bodyguards.
Did they have your Rockseeker mark on them?
Yes, they are clan members of ours.
Then perhaps it is them. Perhaps your brothers Thundy and Nundy stand still to this day.
That, though it is a loss in and of itself, it is 2 good dwarves down. Well, I think, we should leave soon. This place, did you guys clear the rest of the castle? There is quite a many foe in here.
No, if you have not seen by my attire, I am portraying an elven ranger at this moment, and I have tracked us to here and found you post-haste. The entire place is still swarming, I assume, with goblin scum.
Well, you just took out their leadership, so that makes that easier. I think what we should do is, first of all, and he points over, to the bed, over on the other side. He said, this thing, and he kind of, kicks at the doppelganger. He'd satchel over there. Just do it under the bed. I think some very important things are in there. My map, for instance.
Sylvie is all over that.
like Tiberius points over to tell Sylvie as she opens the bag and looks up.
Yeah. She did the
Sylvie,
Scooby-Doo scramble.
Sylvie, perhaps check in the bed.
Taking it back and you're just going right to it. Okay. So this is a bag that it looks like a satchel. Because it is a satchel. Give me 1 second to pull up the full description. However, when you reach your hand in, you don't feel anything. You don't even feel like the inside of a bag. So it says,
He's like,
do you give it like a weird look? Like, do you try to like put like you put your whole arm in there?
yeah.
And you don't feel the bottom or even the sides of the bag. And Gunderson, Wolf Gundy, is gonna say, think of a map, a rolled up map. Would you think of it as soon as he says that?
Yeah.
You now feel in your hands a map scroll, if you will.
What?
This as I peered, he has we've heard of them called a bag of holding or a bag of many things.
Have a sack.
That's going in my pocket.
The bag.
She just puts it over her shoulder.
Yep. So
Hands him the map.
So you guys, either as Sylvie herself or as a party in general, have now a bag of holding.
Sweet.
And you guys, I'm sure you guys, we can look it up in the SRD if you want to like make a handout for it. But
Sylvie is
I'm not going to be too stringent about the rules on it.
She's totally carrying it for the good of the party.
Yes, indeed. He
He
says,
is never getting any loot again. She's got endless pocket space.
"Good Sylvie, please be a dear and bring this closer to me. Bring the bag over here." And he
You bring.
takes the guts on the table and just like
Splotch.
and he maybe has a little bit of magic in it. He's like prestidigitation, clears up the blood. He says, "Here, bring it. The scroll, unfurl it for me for a minute." I assume you comply.
Yeah, she'll do it.
Okay, so, and he looks at it, and what you guys can see is like this is a Dwarven map of the region, and let me just switch over to my map real quick. So you can see like most of the things here. I'll even switch you guys over here so you can just see my pings and stuff. Just for your sake, you can see like Thunder Tree. You can see Conneberry. You actually see Old Owl Well being marked as that square. And in fact, let me just do this. Let me bring that up to boom. Now you see Old Owl Well is there. You see this one. Give me a second. You now see this is now marked on a map. Now, you guys can see that, right? Where it says Old Owl Well and
Yep.
Wyvern Moor.
Yep.
But more importantly, you see that down here. Wave Echo Cave is somewhere southeast of Phandelver in the mountains themselves. So you guys now know where the location is of the Lost Mines, next to him and his map. This is where my brothers should be. They should have a camp outside of this. We had sent our 2 bodyguards up back to town to gather more supplies and to hopefully find you and perhaps help us in our endeavors. Along with it, though, he's like, there should be a bit more in that bag, though, if you hand it over. And out of it, he's going to pull out a set of gloves and a bow. And he hands these to you, Sylvie.
Okay.
Metagame-wise, they're going to be gloves of thievery and a weapon of warning.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. And in there, he says, I found something particular while we were at the... I spent a little bit of time at the caves before I kind of came back, and I found something for you, good old Tibby. And he pulls out, what's your preferred bardic instrument? Is it the flute?
He doesn't. He's an actor.
He's an actor, so what are you proficient in any instruments?
Yeah, I am proficient in several instruments. I just don't use any. He has a song flute and a pan flute, or a song horn and a pan flute.
What do you want? If you were to have, if Tibby was going to have any kind of instrument right now, what would Santa Claus give him?
It doesn't really matter. He doesn't use instruments for
Fuck
combat.
you.
Sorry, man.
Electric guitar.
Yeah, you're going to get a power triangle.
Yeah, you get whatever you want. I intentionally made a non-songy bard.
Sure. You're going to get a Lute of the Bards.
Okay.
It's a magical item.
Sure.
And I'll make up the cards for it later.
Okay.
And in there, I forgot to write it down. He's also going to pull out a robe. I'm sorry, I'm totally spacing out a second. A robe, and he's going to hand it to you, Ulf. And he says, and it's like the darkest black you've ever seen. It's like that. What's that stuff called? It absorbs like 99.9% of all light.
Yeah, that one thing.
It's kind of like that. Vanta Black. Yeah, it's like that. He says,
Oh man, guys, we are getting a droid raid from Video Store Cowboy, who just played some sweet, sweet Star Wars. Hey guys, what's going on? If you guys are not already following, this is unMadeGaming. We are a variety streaming group of nerds that plays primarily tabletop games every Tuesday and every Thursday. You can catch us here playing some video games on the off days. And we do 12-hour streams for charity once a month, as well as some community games and all kinds of cool shit. So if you guys aren't already following and you like what you see and want to see some more nerds and support some more nerds doing some tabletop shit, feel free to hit that follow button, guys. So yeah, Mike, you were talking about some Vanta Black robes.
Some Vanta Black robes, and he says that this one is for you, Tiberius. Hopefully it will help you find your way a little bit better at night. And that's all he says. In the darkness, I'm sorry, not at night, but in your journey in darkness. Kind of poking at your warlockiness.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Yes, the Ulf, yes.
Gotcha.
And I'll develop cards for those. I don't have them. I have them like on sticky notes right now because I'm the worst human being. And you have to attune to them and blah blah blah. But at any rate, yes, I happened to procure these from previous adventures. I was hoping to convince you, but at this point, I think you guys have more than earned this. Let us leave. Let us quietly sneak. I don't know why I'm starting to sound like Tiberius.
Because you are Tag Cool Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard.
Tag Cool?
Tag Cool.
Cool.
Trying to be cool like Tag.
Like Tag?
Yeah, like the moves like Jagger, cool like Tag.
Sure.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Segways
like,
for days.
She's like, but if we like leave, we could be like leaving shiny things behind.
Let me put it this way. He died. He went down twice.
Yeah.
I think he went down pretty hard. I saw blood. Lots of blood.
Fine.
We go back to Phandelver, we get ourselves a party, and we can come back here.
Wait, it occurs to me that these men, were they not,
And he looks to Ulf.
part of the Red Brand?
Enjoy your stay.
Are you like pointing at the bugbear?
Yeah.
No. The Red Brand had a deal with these fellows. They would send bugbears.
Oh, yes.
That's what I do remember here.
Our community's
My week here.
acclaim spreads.
Well, in that case, Steel Seraph Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. So these guys were not part of the Red Brands.
No, they just had a deal with the Red Brands.
Didn't we know that they worked for Glassstaff, these guys?
No,
not
that's
accurate?
not what happened.
Okay.
Blackstaff was able to call for aid.
Okay.
So it was. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
So to clarify it, in case I ramble like I do, the deal was, there's mutual benefits here. They both work for Black Spider.
Right.
Or the current term, you don't know if it's a real term or not, if that guy's really what he's called.
Right.
He signs everything with a drawing of a Black Spider.
Right. I do recall that. So Tiberius looks to Ulf, and he says,
Now, my good Tiberius, my good Tiberius, I am a good Tiberius. You are a good elf. My good elf, adventurer, friend, Sylvie. Put that down. You have the glass staff. Now, I know you're not Glassstaff himself, but you have it. And I am a convincing actor and the leader of the Mad Men. Perhaps we could pose as people from this black spider and convince these goblins that are said to roost here to be routed from this castle. Or we could leave. It's up to you.
So pretty well, since Gundren started talking, Ulf had been crouched down behind the table over the corpse of the doppelganger, trying to see if he could, take the skin off of its face, because it was really neat.
Yeah.
We did,
Just
like,
the
have-
skin, though. Just the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
What? Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand. I don't know. You
Make me a skin carving check.
Yeah, sleight of hand, I guess, to see. Yeah, 12's good enough. You're cutting off a face. It's not like you have to make it pretty already. Yeah, you spend some time. It's going to take you extra time, and you do.
So as Tiberius starts like addressing him, he's Just I'm gonna need a minute. But we should go back. Gundren's safe, and we got like cool new clothes. And Sildar will want to talk to him. He'll be super happy with us. It's a long walk.
As always, Ulf, you are a voice of reason. You make a good point. We should return. However, I will remind you
Stay.
that you, though you are a great spellcaster, you are not Vid Wizard. Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. But it was our task to clear this castle for land, and we have not done so.
Yeah, but we can, like, come back again. Like,
Oh, I agree. We should.
we had to do it, like, right now.
Yes, of course.
Guys, that puts us at 10 out of 10 followers, so everyone on screen gets advantage. And at 15, we get more advantage. Also, guys, one more retweet, which apparently my god dang thing's not working. So one more exclamation point tweet. There it is. And we get another advantage, guys, if you want to do that. That's pretty rad of you.
Yeah, so he says, yes, we must come back. We must have this land, this deed and title.
Actually, I'm a fucking liar. We have 11 out of 10 retweets. God damn it, guys. 11 out of 10 retweets, everyone gets advantage. So you guys, we all have 2 advantage.
Sweet.
Cool.
2 additional, right? From that.
It's a loot targe. Mike, I hate you.
You didn't really have time to process this yet.
It's a targe with a loot on it. It's just drawn in. Oh, man. Yeah, so at this point, he... what is Gundy looking like? How bad is he?
So it's pretty bad. He's very beaten up. Like you can see, like he's got like a cut cheek. He's got bruises. He's like, for a dwarf, he's still kind of stout just because that's how dwarves are. But
Yeah.
he's skinny. He's dirty. He smells. He smells really bad.
Okay. So at this point, Tiberius like puts his hand on him, and he says,
Now hold, Gundy. Let me aid you, my friend. It's a long journey back.
and he places his hand on his head, and I will cure wounds on him.
Okay, yeah, you get him to be tip-top shape, enough for to shrug along, right?
Yeah, and then I also begin to cast mending on his clothes to make him presentable, because no one wants to be paraded into town looking like a hobo.
That's quite thoughtful of you, old kitty.
See,
No problem.
following in that vein, Ulf will probably press the digitation to clean him up a little.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can like get the smudges off of him. His cuts don't have dirt right in them.
He's a respectable businessman, you know. You gotta.
Exactly. You actually like clean up his hair. It's like it's almost like it's combed now, and his beard is kept.
Yeah.
He'll get all covered in shit on the way back, but
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Hey, it's not like it's gonna be horse shit. You guys have 2 horses.
Well, we don't have a wagon to put him in either to ease his aching back, his sciatica. So yeah,
I mean,
guess
you do. You just have to drag it. Yeah. So you guys could like start heading out, and I'd just say as long as you guys like take your time,
Yeah.
you know, if you think about it, you guys, I'm not gonna make you roll stealth to escape.
yeah,
As long
I
as
would say we,
the reverse path. If you take the reverse path, we'll just say you make.
yeah, we take back the same stealthy path we took in that we kind of marked, and then we follow down the path, basically the exact same way we came because we know where the traps are at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so it takes us, like 2 days to get back to Phandelver?
Yeah, so let's go back to... Oh, I just put myself on the map. So let's do this. So, I can get rid of that. So you guys can probably, we'll say, Sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. Give me 1 second. There we go. We'll say you guys are able to like get to here, so you guys get a good 5 miles away before it's getting nightfall. Like, you know, you guys, it takes a little bit to get there.
Yeah. So where we made our first camp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, I meant to move you one more down. You guys are past the edge of the woods.
Woods.
And do you guys want to go to your old camping spot?
I don't see why not. We weren't attacked there.
No, just like making sure, like you want to, like you're purposefully trying to find your old one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you know, you guys do that. The fire ring is still there, so you guys, you know, it doesn't take nearly as much time to
set up camp.
I assume the same watch order. You guys are going to stick to that because it works for your eyes the best. Yeah. So while you guys are sitting around, what's his name? Old Gunderson. He's going to tell you a little bit more about what he gave you. Surprise, it's herpes.
It always is.
Yeah.
The dwarves are rife with STDs.
They sure
are. It's a little known fact about Faerun is that the dwarves are philanderers.
So he'll turn to Sylvie. Say, "My dear Sylvie, the bag that you hold. Well, I would hope that you share it with your companions, but it holds quite a great amount of things. As you just have to think of the items that you put in there. So it's a good idea to keep a good mental note of what you place upon it. However, it's magic, of course, and it opens up a portal and plane. It's little pockets for you to store your items. Things, you know, need to be able to breathe, so don't put a human in there or a child or a cat or anything that you don't want to die. But that bow I found that it's quite useful. They call it. They say that it has a warning spell on it. So while you have it, you and those around you, because it makes a physical noise when combat begins. So within 30 feet of you, just about. We haven't fully measured it, but exactly 30 feet, according to the DM. It will magically awaken you and your comrades. It's also +1 stats.
Nice.
So that's you.
And then, and there were gloves as well?
Oh, I gave you gloves. I forgot about that. Yes. Gloves of thievery. Yes, those apparently stacking you with a bunch of things. Like magic items. I totally wasn't supposed to come in later in the game.
We are badass at them.
You'll find that you're better at stealing things with those. So I'll send you the card after the game.
Yep.
But metagame is +5 to sleight of hand checks.
Nice.
And taking lots, which is still a sleight of hand, right? So
yeah.
Or thieves' tools, so you can just amend your thieves' tools to be +5.
Okay.
That brings us to you, my dear Ulf. This robes. When you spend a little bit of time, all of you, you'll have to spend time with these. You know, they require, you know, a bond, if you will. That robe, as you see, it's very black. When you're most in danger, it will give you the ability to slightly shift positions or make it hard to tell where you are. And it's made of very tough material. It's a +1 robe, and I'll give you the full stats on what it can do and how it does that displacement. It's like a displacer cloak, but I'll give you the details later.
Okie doke.
Tiberius, I'm afraid I forgot that you were an actor of valor. I found this loot. I thought you would appreciate it.
Well, I always appreciate art, Gunderson. Of course I will use your flute. I will flout with it with quite great playing skills that I have acquired.
So it's an instrument of the bards. It does stuff.
Okay.
If you know. I can tell you if you want to know what it does right now.
Sure.
I didn't mark my eyes correctly. There we go. So the loot, it gives bark skin. It allows you to cast these spells like bark skin, cure wounds, fog, cloud. And allows you to do psychic damage.
Okay.
when you use it, it will help you cut your enemies deeper than they realized. It's not so much damage to their body, but to the soul.
Hmm.
Yes. Go to the mind, to the psyche. Just psych them out. Left, right, center.
Dodge, move, dodge, dip, dodge, dip, dippin' dots. Doug Dimmadome, home of the Dimmadome.
Right, well, I'm very tired. Good night. And he just kind of abruptly
Passes out.
He's had a long day, guys. He wasn't supposed to be here today.
Dude, did anybody feed him? We should have fed him.
Nope.
We have rations.
That's you guys. I don't really worry about rations as long as you guys have been in town for a long enough time. It's just you kind of pick up food. Yeah. So per usual, let's do some nighttime watch rolls. It'll go Tiberius D20.
Nope, that's the wrong tab. I have 3,000 tabs open. 7.
7. Okay. Uneventful night. Uneventful watch for you.
Okay.
Ulf, go ahead and give me a D20.
That'd be a 5.
It is uneventful for you. Sylvie, D20. Another uneventful night.
Sweet.
It is very quiet. You hear, like, the typical insects and, night birds. You hear a couple owls here and there, but you don't hear wolves this time. And you certainly don't hear necromancer babies crying.
Right.
Yeah, so it is the morning. You guys wakey.
Okay.
What do you
I
guys
guess
do?
we
You guys just
break camp and head back towards...
break camp and head to... Yeah, sure. So you guys, we're going to go ahead and... Oh, God damn it, I hate layers. Like onions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and start making your way back to Phandelver. You're gonna get there about evening, but it's still plenty of time. Still a little bit light in the sky. And you guys come from Tribal Trail. The town is yours. Where do you guys go?
Are we kings of the town now?
Nope.
So close.
Are we kings of Leon at least?
You wish you could sing like that.
I'm gonna ask Gundy, like, what do you want to do?
I could use some stew. Stonehill had a pretty good stew.
I told you we should have fed him.
Yeah. This tack bread is good, but the jerky is good too. But I could use a good stew. You could use a bath, a bed. And then, I don't know, I guess tomorrow we have 2 options. We need to either take care of Cragmaw Castle or let them ruin their loss of leadership, or we can start moving towards Wayback Cave. It has been a while since I've seen my brothers, and since their bodyguards were attacked, I am afraid that they may also have been targeted.
Tiberius kind of jumps in and he says,
Now listen, Gunderson. I will tell you. I tell you, he looked like a man. I will take you to the town master's hall. We have deposed him for being a shit. Sildar has taken over as town master, and he would be most excitable to see you. You will recover.
Yes.
You will recover there in the town master's hall in the lap of luxury, as far as Phandelver can manage in this hovel of a town. I will talk to Toblerone and get you food, because I am on good terms with him, and I'll bring it to you, and you will recover while we do the heavy lifting, my friend.
Well, okay, that sounds quite agreeable to me.
Yeah, except I don't like lift things.
You will do the heavy stabbing, then, will you not?
I mean, I do. I mean, not literally.
Yeah. Sometimes you take heavy things and you put them in your new bag. They become lighter.
You guys would have noticed, like, on her watch, or like when nobody was looking, it was like just pulling things out of.
Yeah.
just putting rocks in to see where it goes.
Yeah, but she has all kinds of trinkets and stuff. Like, I have a crazy amount of stuff on my sheet. All these little things that.
Oh yeah, because you just steal everything.
Yeah, she's got like paperweights and silverware and stuff like that. So now that's all in the bag.
I forgot to tell you, Ulf, would you have looked at those scrolls between you and
Oh
Blake?
yeah, probably.
Yeah. So one of them is it's a scroll of cloud of daggers. Yes. And the other one seems pretty dark, and it's kind of right up your alley. The title of it is Vampiric Touch.
Nice.
Yes, and you're able to understand them. You can read them just fine. They are in Elven. One of them is in like a more corrupt version of Elven, like Drow. A bit of a undercommon twist to it.
He those languages, so that's cool.
Okay, you can read undercommon or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what Drow is, but whatever.
He probably passed the scroll of Cloud of Daggers off to Tiberius.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'll add that to the pile of scrolls you keep giving me.
It's not for using. It's just for looking through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Vampiric Touch, yeah, you'll definitely like that one. Yeah, so, sorry, I just wanted to let you know what they were so you could redistribute them.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about them already.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are at the Town Master's Hall. You guys go in, and immediately Sildar and old Gundy are, embracing each other and, exchanging quick stories about where they were and how he was taken up to the Cragmaw Castle and how ill-treated he was and how the heroics of Tiberius and his other compatriots were in the rescue.
Did we know that this guy was a doppelganger? The thing we fought?
You don't know that he was a doppelganger. You
I
just
mean-
know that he was assuming shapes.
Yeah. Well, do we know any other creatures that assume shapes besides doppelgangars?
Give me intelligence checks.
Sure.
History, whatever you want to use to
Yeah. Old Tibby's good in history.
use history or whatever other intelligence thing. Arcana is a little bit of a stretch, but I can see it. 21 Arcana? Okay. Natural goddamn 20.
Well, apparently we know everything.
So
about
apparently
Yeah.
we're very sure that it was a doppelganger.
So you know it for different reasons. The reason I think Tiberius would know it is because of stories.
Yeah.
You have portrait. These are part of heroics and how the old doppelganger impersonated the king for so long. Maybe something of that sort. Arcana, you know it because why?
Because they're magical creatures.
They are magical creatures. So like,
magical.
I was gonna say. I was about to say you spend a lot of time inside, so I would assume that you read a book on it and you know of it. Sylvie, I want to say that you probably encountered one in your past ventures. Steven
Yeah.
broke into a house and it happened to also. Unless you had, why do you think Sylvie would do it?
No, I liked it because we both, I break in, they're pretending to be somebody else, maybe they're in the middle of shifting as,
Yeah.
through the window, and we're both, awkwardly, and then we both just kind of back out.
Or you break in as they're breaking out and they look like you and you're like, you the mirror thing.
So yeah, you guys are all familiar with doppelgangers and how they kind of assume forms and like to impersonate people.
So if we're all
You could
sure
say
of it,
that- yeah.
Tiberius he looks to Sildar and he says, "Now,
Now, Selza, I would not want to disrupt this beautiful reunition of the two friends I know, but I have dire news for you. Not only were we unsuccessful at capturing Cragmaw Castle, we killed their leadership and escaped with Gunderson, but their leadership was a doppelganger."
Ulf's just holding up the face.
the flayed face of the doppelganger.
So at this point, old Gundy's gonna,
Totally grody.
and you see Sildar kind of like pull out like a. You never saw him get queasy before, but he like pulls out like a handkerchief and like put that down. And Gunderson will step in and say, "I think we have that a little bit mixed up. Having been in the company for the time that I was, I think the doppelganger showed up afterwards, and they were speaking in a strange tongue, and it seems like they were conversing, and the doppelganger would leave and come back. I think, well, he named himself King Groll, the bugbear that you so dispatched.
Well,
He
in
was in
that
charge
case,
of.
In that case, a doppelganger is still quite terrifying.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, he had a firm grip on my throat.
Yes, on his trouts.
Yes.
That's why we saw that. There's a fish dinner on the table, rotten, bad to touch. More importantly, though, a doppelganger usually means dark business. In my expertise, at least.
Yes, I think they were working with this black spider fellow.
I have heard the name and seen the mark.
Hmm.
Your friend Yarn knows them.
Yarno.
Yeah, Yarn knows him.
Yes, he has told us much. He gave us a little spiel about he was supposed to take over the town and, usurp the funds and, labor from the town to help expedite some of the, well, it turns out he's also searching for this Wave Echo Cave, Old Gundy. So,
I found this letter, and it has the guy's name on it. I found it in the mansion.
is that the,
It has the spider thing.
oh, okay, that's the note in the mage's quarters handout I gave you? Okay. Yes, do you hand it over to him?
Yeah, she'll pull
Okay. Okay, well, it looks like they were onto us from the get-go. Explains why we were so easily captured.
Now, who is this black spider?
We don't quite know. I believe he is not from the surface. I believe he comes from the Underdark
A
itself.
servant of Loth? Are you kidding me? This is terrible.
I'm sorry.
Tiberius.
I quite fear that this might be, as you say, a servant of Loth. The Spider Queen.
When the servants of Loth and the servants of Grumsh meet, bad tidings as history provides.
As we could see, history recent, 2 weeks.
Yes,
3
that's
weeks.
what I'm saying. It's a
Yes.
recapitulation of history past. Do you remember when the orcs raided, 500 years ago?
Yes. Well, I'm not 500 years old, but yes, I know the tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is history.
Oh man, that got out of hand quick. Oh,
Doesn't it always?
yeah, it sure does.
It's Tiberius, so.
He says, well, what would you have us do? Delve deep into the Underdark?
Well, no, I don't think that. I think he might have found it. I think we need to get to the cave, get to my brothers, assess the situation, and go from there. However, and Sodar will kind of peep up. However, reports do come in from the undead to the east. It's a rising concern, so you have to decide. Do you go with Eldrin to Wave Echo Cave, or do you go east to handle Old Owl Well?
Well, what's the reports from the west?
From the west. From the east, the reports that the undead are starting to move again, and that's all that really is happening. They're moving south and west, which is
The direction of Phandelver?
Yes, I mean it's vague. It's in that general.
Yeah,
direction.
we know that this place is northwest. So they're
Right,
moving
but
south.
it's anything like 1 degree off could totally miss you guys.
Yeah.
He says, well, you offered us land and title if we took back Cragmore Castle. We have yet to do so, but if there is an impending undead horde marching against Phandalin,
Well, it's not so much a horde. It's a rising concern that if they do make their way here, I don't have a guard here. That we shall see. That is days. We might even have weeks before that is an issue.
Sildar, can you petition the Lord's Alliance to send guards here, other than yourself?
I have word that we have an expert to arrive any day now.
I don't believe it.
She is a tracker. She is good at navigating these parts. Her name is whatever Lauren came up with.
She didn't.
He says, well, good, then I will leave the care of the town to you. Also, Edelman, Edelman, the football player. He is raring for a good fight.
Julian.
Julian the Edelman. He is raring for a good fight. You can find him in the orchard, but yonder.
I thank you. I will enlist his aid. Why is he qualified?
He was an adventurer in years past.
Oh. From who? Was he just a lone adventurer, or was he
I don't know, but perhaps he has contacts of his old friends.
If you want, you could roll a history to see if you...
Or I could look at my notes, because I am bad at that.
I did. That's what was that guy's name?
Darren Edermath.
Oh, I didn't write that part down.
If you do, it's like a low DC. If you want to...
Yeah, I'll roll history, because I'm good at it anyway, so... Bloop.
Yeah, oh yeah. Order of the Gauntlet is his, who he used to work for.
I don't have that anywhere here.
No? Okay.
Adventurer Order... Do I know what that is?
Yes, with that history, yes. Let me pull that up. So the Order of the Gauntlet, just off the top of my head, is...
I know it's another one of the factions, but...
It's not like the Lord's Alliance. The Lord's Alliance is to, like, not so much give peace, but to provide law.
Mm.
The Order of the Gauntlet is to, like, rout out evil. It's whereas one is for justice, one is for prevention or even just retribution, if you will. It's just depends on what day you catch them.
Yeah, like the Lord's Alliance is like literally the unified city-state heads.
Right, exactly. It's like a commonwealth of...
and then there's the Harpers that are the spies, the Gauntlet, and then what's the other one? The Tree people? What's the other one? There's four factions.
The Tree people. Did you guys met a fourth faction?
We haven't, but I'm just what is it off the top of your head? I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't remember the name of it.
There definitely is one. I can't think what the hell it is.
Is there?
Yeah, there's four.
I don't know if there's one in this one.
For all of them.
I don't know if there is for this one.
No?
No.
Well, I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, please.
So then he reveals that. He says,
I believe he is a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, so at a minimum he has a vast network of friends, I would assume.
Well, at the very least, him even being here in any capacity will be a boon for the town. And its defenses. Oh, there is one. The Zentarim.
Those are the bad guys. They're super nasty.
Yeah, those guys are... Yeah, the only reason you guys haven't gotten to that yet is because you guys completely avoided the Miners' Exchange.
Yeah, they're super nasty dudes.
I mean, totally don't worry about that. The Miners' Exchange isn't infested with them.
Let's go to the Miners' Exchange. I have a whim.
Yes. Miners' Exchange.
Do you,
so...
do you sense the plot train moving in that direction?
Yes.
No, it actually... That's one of those great things. Like, you guys clearly don't need to go there. You guys are going just fine along this story without it. So what is it? In order to meet your friend, you will have to meet her to the east, and you'll point like on the map, and you just know where it is. And from there, you can choose. Do you go southwest back towards Wave Echo Cave, or do you go a little bit further east to Old Owl Well?
I'm gonna... Mike, can you switch over to your map, the big map?
Yes.
So I can take a look at what's going on over here?
I can do that.
So we have Old Owl Well, we have Cragmaw Castle.
What's he actually asked. He says, Gunderson, I remember seeing your map. What is a Werven Tor?
Werven Tor. Well, to Gunderson?
Yeah.
Gunderson's gonna flip his DM book. As if I recall correctly, Werven Tor. It's I think there's orcs there. I think. There's a sizable orc camp. However, orcs kind of keep to themselves right now. They've not been bothering much in this area. At least that I've heard. Maybe some travelers from over towards Conneberry and beyond, over Yatar, might have more issue with them.
Well, Conneberry has no issue because they're all dead.
Exactly.
So they're pretty fine with it.
But it was like a landmark beyond Conneberry.
Oh, okay. Is it? Do we know if it's like an active post?
Conneberry?
No, Werven Tor.
Werven Tor. Yeah, no. The rumor is that it's active with orcs.
Okay.
Orcish camp. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So he puts it to the group. Where do you guys want to go?
Yeah. So when he points, like you can meet her between the mountains, between the foothills, and he kind of points there. So as there, you can see it's like almost equidistant between Wave Echo Cave and Old Owl Well.
Hmm.
And at that point, Gunnar says, well, choose whatever you want. I need a couple days to get supplies. I'm sure my brothers are just fine. They can handle themselves. There's two of them, two dwarves together. Oh, the bodyguards, there's two of them. Well, either way, two rock seekers such as themselves will handle themselves just fine. If you need the time, go up to Old Owl Well, or we could go straight to Wave Echo Cave. Either way, I'm taking 2 days of rest. And he pulls out like a flat tankard that somehow was there. I'm sure Sildar like has his own like personal keg in there, taps it and all that jazz.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Ulf starts to explain to Gundren, like, we've got a bit of a necromancer problem here, so probably go check out the undead. Necromancer there.
I think Sylvie will slip off and go and meet the priestess. What's her name?
She left.
Garela.
Didn't she leave?
Yeah.
You guys haven't gone and looked for her. Did you guys? Wait,
I'm
No,
gonna go.
she said she left, didn't she?
no, she just disappeared after visiting.
Oh, that's right. She just literally disappeared. Yeah,
She
yeah.
literally disappeared. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Okay.
You saw her at the shrine.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the shrine and I'll tell her, what happened and what we saw and what we did, and a little bit of what we found.
Okay.
Not everything.
It is good news to hear that you. I don't know what voice to do for her because it's a woman and I'm not good at that. It's good to hear that you took care of the leadership of the Crag Maw.
Yeah, we didn't get all of them, but we got some of them. So we're gonna go back.
You cut the head off of a snake. Perhaps I can get word. You're going to go back. When are you going to go back?
I don't know, later. That's what they said.
One day.
Someday. Well, I will send a report to our group or to our guild and to the rest of the Harpers, and we'll see what we can do about spreading that knowledge to send perhaps another band of adventurers that way sooner rather than later.
What do you know about the well and or the cave or whatever?
The cave? Which cave? We're talking about the old wives' tale.
The wave echo cave. Yeah, we
There's a dwarf here looking for it a couple days ago. I thought I told you about that a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago. It's been long destroyed.
We found him.
You found him? The dwarf?
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's good to see. Good to see. How's he doing?
fine
Mm-hmm.
or something. And then we were gonna go there because he says that he knows where it is.
He says he knows where the Wave Echo Cave is.
Yeah.
Where did he say it is?
I guess I kind of have to tell her.
You don't. I mean, that's totally up to you. You can say, "Oh, I don't know. He didn't tell me," but you'd have to lie.
She's like, I don't know exactly. It's by a mountain or something.
And at that point, she kind of looks at the mountains in the distance.
The whole range.
Yeah. Oh, by a
No,
mountain.
it's there.
Which is fair enough. You might point a little bit east, and yeah.
Sort of the vague
Yeah.
direction.
So you narrow from 180 to 90.
Yeah.
Well,
so we were gonna go look at that, or we were gonna go to the old owl well or some junk.
well, I hear they're quite alarmingly. I heard a tale that undead are rising from that area, kind of wandering around. I heard that it might be even a necromancer about.
Yes.
So, that would be bad.
Yes, well, I would advise extreme caution.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll go look for the cave.
Well, good luck. I don't know anything about this cave. If it's a dwarf who told you about it, they are very secretive, so I'm sure he did not tell you the exact location. He might have given you a rough area, like that, and she points at 90 degrees up the mountains.
Well, because and I'm not lying because
No, you really don't. Yeah.
he did give us a really vague area in which it is. So
Yeah.
I just, I'm not 100% sure how much I can trust these guys yet. So I'm not telling them like.
Sure.
everything.
Understandable. Yeah. She says, "Well, you do this when you finish these tasks. I need you to be unfringed, free of fringe, if you will."
Step out of the 70s, if you could.
Yes.
These tasseled jackets are like so last.
But look when I do this.
Word of our community.
Yes, but it's also free to grab onto, and I need you to have this attachment. So you take care of this quest you've sought out for yourself and your friends, and when you're done, you and I can talk and discuss future endeavors if you so wish.
Okay, that's like cool.
And she tries to copy you. She says, "Cool."
Which is, of course, like the most uncool thing you can do is like try to be cool.
Exactly.
Sort of
the
my
most-
boss. So
It's the
I'm
most
not-
uncool thing to do.
Yeah. And the thing, she's kind of young. She just doesn't know how to be cool.
Yeah, and also she's my boss, so
Yeah, well, that's also true.
I'm not gonna make fun of her. I'll just be like, whatever.
All right, so let's pan over to the rest of the group. What's going on here? Are you guys gonna go rest up and then make a decision in the morning? Let's go. We'll say you guys, if you guys so wish, you guys can re-meet at the Stonehill.
Yeah, well, Ulf, what are you doing?
Regaling Gundren with tales of the ghost he met and Stan and Quack and his dog and all the things he's missed, and reminding Gundren why he hates having to put Ulf to work for the spy.
Yeah. So at that, like, as soon as Ulf's like, so I had this dog once, and then, like, Tiberius, like, takes one of those, like, Pink Panther steps backwards. He's like, I will be back. And he, like, motions towards the door, and he leaves the Town Master's Hall, and Gundren. And Tiberius is going to head over to, Julian Edelman's house.
The Edelmath Orchard.
Yeah, to talk to that guy.
Okay.
So he climbs on his porch. On his porch here. You got a porch in the yard over here. Yes. And he like looks to the window, and then instead he knocks on the door, and he says,
Mr. Darren, are you home? I have a proposition for you.
And he opens up the door. It's you again.
He says, of course, who else could it be but myself? Now, it occurs to me that you, an adventurer like yourself, and a member of the Gauntlet, you could render aid unto this town with your friends. I assume you have contacts in the adventuring guilds around the area.
Where? The area.
The area.
I
If
might
he's
be able
not
to.
doing jazz hands while he says that, it doesn't count.
I can maybe rouse a couple old adventure veterans like myself.
He says,
I
now,
thought I'd have mind to go to the Town Master's Hall and offer my aid.
good, yes, it appears as though that the undead we had discussed before, coming from the old owl well, appear to be marching on Phandelver, so we need to mount defenses post-haste. But I have another question for you that is tantamount to current times. Your adventuring profession, back in your day, what were your skill set?
And he looks above his hearth, and on there you see a big two-handed sword. It's a claymore, essentially. And wait, he's an elf, isn't he?
you still use a claymore.
Yeah,
Fighters are.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has it's an elven one, so it's kind of got like a slight bend to it, maybe to the left, a little bend to the left, you know.
It dresses left.
Mm-hmm. And he kicks. He walks over and he kicks a chest. You can hear like chain kind of going around. It's like I fancied myself with chainmail and a big fucking sword.
He says, now, what I show you is not a pretty sight.
And he begins to unbutton his tunic.
But
Ding! Sparkle. and he like reveals like
yeah,
several stab wounds
Yeah.
and like mace spike holes that he's healed
Yeah.
with magic.
And he says, "Now, if you haven't gathered by my extravagant demeanor, I am, in fact, an actor. I came out here to adventure and gain a better grasp on the heroes that I played. It turns out my body is frail and prone to being stabbed, and I would like to stop that. Could you, a master at arms, train me to be stronger like you?"
It's like, what? You're an actor?
It's like
What?
I would have never believed it. You're so
Oh
good
my
on the
God.
battlefield.
My immersion is broken. Says, well, that comes from at least months of training, usually years. I see what I can.
I have days. What is the best you can do?
I think I have something for you.
Yes.
And he goes over. He like pulls like a trunk out from underneath his bed, and he pulls out a little shield, a little stake on there.
This is the tiniest shield I have seen. Is it for the halfling? We have one with us.
No, it's from. Well, it's and he like puts it on. It's like, well, it covers your forearm and it's mobile and
It's
you
for
could use it
deflections.
as a weapon. Yes, it's not to stop everything, but it will help. It will help you.
It'll help me.
It will help
Yes.
you. Yes.
Well, I will take this, Darren, but will you also train me in your off time if I come to see you?
Yes. I think I can manage that.
Good, good.
And he puts his hand out and he says,
And a deal has been struck!
And he gives you like
the
this
clap hand. Yeah.
clap hand.
The clap
He gives you
hand.
the clap.
It gives you the clap. I learned that from the dwarves. Look at the clap hand.
Yep.
You then like proceed to do an elaborate handshake.
No, there's just a cool
No.
training montage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of a couple hours.
Yeah.
And it's flashing back to Ulf, just
Yeah.
It's actually you're mumbling and you're droning over
That's the music. Yeah. So with that, guys, that has been Lost Mine of Phandelver. Another crazy, nonsensical episode. Hopefully, our fourth person will be here. Our fourth player will be here next week. Literally, her work exploded. We'll go around that literally and there might have been literal explosions, Mike. We don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
At this stage, we don't know. We'll go around the table here, and we'll give our little outros and tell everyone who the hell we are. And so we will start with Bitters. Bitters, who are you? What are you doing here? And why should anybody care?
I'm Mr. Bitters, and just in case anybody's wondering, I still do hate everything. I don't say it all the time. It's just a given at this point.
So now, Bitters, I'm concerned because at the beginning of the year, we had a discussion live on stream that you said you were going to work on that. How's that going? Do you still really hate everything? Or are you saying that you hate everything?
You took it as I'm going to work on hating things less.
Yeah.
I meant I was going to work on hating things more.
Okay, that's fair. That's on me. That's my thing.
I mean,
so that's totally fine.
here we are. I'm working on making other people hate me.
Okay.
And I had fun doing that Saturday by killing an entire party.
You did. You killed the entire party and an entire spaceship. You killed a whole spaceship, and that was the first time I've ever had a TKP, or TPK rather.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. TKP is a different kind of thing.
You can find me here. I'm here. I'm always here.
Yeah, he's always here, and check our Discord, because that's where you can find him the most often doing nothing. So someone who, totally doesn't hate everything, Madfish, who are you? What are you doing here? And why should anybody care?
Well, maybe she kind of does, because, nothing is cool enough.
That's true.
Ever? Really. I, am on Discord, all the time.
That's also true.
I do some DMing and some writing, and I have a little Etsy store, and I am just kind of nerding 24/7.
Sweet. Mike, you're here all the time. Who
I'm
are
here.
you? What do you do here? And why should anybody care?
In order, I guess I'll answer that. I'm here. I don't have anywhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
I also I kind of got invited by accident. I just never left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like an anonymous rhino. I do some Photoshop. I run our Tuesday games, as you can see right now. Also have floating fuzzy things attacking me.
I saw that.
That's pretty much it. On Twitter, I am at Baloney Slap. I don't tweet all that often, but when I do, it's usually stupid gifs that I find.
That is also true.
That's pretty much all I did today.
Yeah. So Mike's backstory is that I invited him to move to my state, and then I made sure he had no friends. That way he could only do Twitch things.
Yep.
So I basically let him go to work and come back and do Twitch. That's all he's really allowed to do.
You did that, yeah.
Yeah. It's all you're allowed to do. You're not allowed to do anything else because it's against the rules, Mike.
Sure.
As it turns out.
It also turns out I'm super lazy. I don't
Yeah,
want to make
that's true.
friends.
That is true. So if my internet didn't suck right now, which it's slowly doing, there it is. There it goes. It's back to normal, guys. We're gonna do a little raid because we have like 40 some odd sons of you bitches. So let's see. Let's see
yeah, we
who
do
the
have
hell. Let's see who the hell is streaming currently. Let's go give a shout out to Sev09 and Madfish's Penrith. Penrith? That's right. Penrith guys. And see what the hell they're doing. So guys, if you could, Madfish streams this elaborate, lengthy game that has been playing on for quite some time over on Sev's channel, and he's currently doing some of that right now. So I'm going to post this in chat. You guys copy pasta that son of a bitch. Go over there, give those guys a follow, and tell them who sent you. And with that, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.